What's going on, guys? Welcome to Pops from the Henry Brothers Podcast. We are your hosts. Y'all know the routine. Let's make it.
Fact. Fact. You got it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Pat, you see this?
I see it.
That's the deal you talking about.
Guys, thank y'all for tuning in. We're tagging some folks.
Y'all guys, excuse me, I got a cold, so if y'all see me blowing, that's what's going on. So, but other than that, welcome. Podcast, we got hosts. I see it.
What's up, guys and dolls? Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. A joyful one at that. Hope you ate plenty food and some of you plenty drinks. Hope everybody was good, everybody was safe. I know we had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Like there was food everywhere I looked. And I think I ate all of it too. I'll sample that. I'll take some of that. I'll take some of this. Oh yeah, give me some of that too. Oh, did I forget that? Give me some of that too.
You ready to tag Ron Trap?
What's the comedian name that we talking about he loved to eat? Bruce.
What's going on, Ron? You know the routine, man. We're just waiting on everybody to come in.
What's up, Ron? How was your Thanksgiving, my man? Did you eat your share? What's up, Chris? Are you in there yet? Are you still eating that turkey?
Guys, let's vibe to the music real quick while we get some folks tagged. Hopefully everybody else was doing good. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving.
Where's that Wolfman Cole at?
Hopefully he'll be in here in just a second. He is tagged though.
Miss Betty?
I got Miss Betty tagged.
Yeah. What's up, Brandon? Are you in there yet, bro?
Let's say what's up when they're in there.
I'm calling them. Maybe they'll see me. I come on in. Me and Brandon been talking all week long. That's my boy.
That's what's up.
Trying to get me straight on them Cowboys. He was trying. You trying. But it's going to take more than him to get me straight. But he made some pretty good points, though.
What is he talking about when reality hit?
No, he was saying that reality is beginning to hit. He said reality is beginning to
He
hit.
get you straight eye.
Oh, he trying.
Reality hits.
But I was on one, dog. Every time he said something, I said something back.
I can't wait till you guys get in here. We got some interesting conversations today.
Yes, we do.
And all of you talking about the Washington, that was a trap game. Come on in here. Come on, Cletus. Come on.
I don't think nobody said that was a trap game.
Oh, yes, they did. If they get ahead of film, say that.
What's going on, Chris? What's up?
What's up, Chris? I was calling you, bro. Put that turkey down. Put that turkey down.
So while we're waiting,
you done started already, Chris.
So while waiting on everybody, while we getting some people.
That's what I was telling.
Hey, my brother Chris. We're only playing who's on the schedule, bro.
Dak's only got 4 wins in his career against plus 500 teams.
Chris, listen to Pop.
And that's going to be part of our conversation.
Okay. Well, Chris, listen to Pop. From brother to brother, from teammate to teammate. Shut that stuff down. Get on board. Get on board with these Cowboys and stop talking about that. The number 1 quarterback in the NFL leads in all ratings. The highest score, have more touchdowns. Well, we're going to talk about it.
Oh, my goodness.
And you see how he was running into them linemen? How he was throwing balls in front of them linemen. The linemen getting ready to hit him dead up.
Nate, what's going on, my fellow Falcon brother?
What's
going
up,
on,
Nate?
Nate?
What's
Doing
going
all right?
on, Nate?
Come on, Chris, get on board, man. It's time.
Representing us Falcons, baby.
What's up, Nate? When you grow up, you want to be a cowboy, don't you?
Man.
Well, he old one today, Nate. You hear him?
He always do. Pause. You know I like it, Evan. I do. Oh my God. But secretly, make me drive that truck. Say, I want to go by Dallas.
Chris Garcia says, yeah, he the number one quarterback, brother, against losing teams.
Hey,
Yes, that's true.
the little team got to be beaten too.
That's true.
Hey, remember?
But also the ones that win got to be beaten too.
Oh yeah, they will. But remember, by us beating all them little teams, now we're 8-3. The Eagles are 9-1. They got, you know who they play next, right? If they slip up just a little bit, we're gonna get them Seattle's, Chris. We gotta go get them Seattle's now. I told y'all they're gonna dog those Redskins out. I told y'all that. Or Washington Commanders.
I think everybody knew that y'all
No, they
the
didn't.
Redskins.
Some of them-
Everybody knew that. Who didn't know that?
See, some of them told me it was a trap game.
Who?
Like you.
I told him it was a track game, but I'm picking Dallas.
I'm just you did say that one time though, son.
Are you hearing this?
I'm just tagging folks.
Son, you didn't say it was a trap game.
I said it could be.
Okay, see y'all?
But
I'll tell
I
it
knew y'all was gonna blow the Redskins out, bro.
Well, why did you say it could be?
I said it could be. If y'all don't come out and be on y'all A game, y'all have a flat day, anything.
But one thing to what he said, I got to credit what he said. That quarterback, Watson got that bad boy been leading the league there for a while, y'all. He's a good quarterback. They done found the quarterback. What do you think? We'll talk about that in a minute. Hey, Chris, Washington Commanders got the quarterback, though. That old boy pretty good.
Baker Mayfield 2.0.
I know it.
That's what he is.
Yeah, he look like Baker.
With a bigger upside.
Bigger.
All
Yeah.
right, guys. I try to tag as many people as possible. If you don't mind, if you feel like I missed anybody, or if there's somebody in here that you
On
usually
Netflix?
see that I may have missed, let me know, or go ahead and tag them for us. Hopefully everybody else is doing good. And I want to give a shout out to Yvette Pepper Branch. We try to get all the comments that we can, and later in the podcast episode or after the episode, sometimes a day or so afterwards, we realize we may have missed comments here or there. And I think you had asked a question and we missed it. And I just wanted to say that we're trying to improve that part.
Yeah.
We've come a long way, but we're still getting better. So just bear with us.
We're going to get better.
Ask the question twice. Ask for an invite. Get you on here for the video part of the podcast. So, like I said, we're work in progress. So
we're going to get better. We're going to get better. We promise.
And y'all know the routine, man. We just waiting on people to come in before we officially get started. And like I said, I got a little cold to get today, guys. So y'all bear with me. But I'm still here.
That's right.
It's getting better though. I mean, I had like 4 days. I've been blowing nonstop. I've been blowing nonstop. So I about got it all out of me, but I'm at the last little stretch now.
ODing off those applesauce plus. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Success. Ooh. I like the taste of that applesauce. So you don't like it, do you? It tastes like a Sprite guy. Like a
you talking about the Access Plus with I think it's got like strawberry and zest.
strawberry and zest. Yeah.
It's not bad if you put it in cold water. It's like a Sprite,
Yeah.
kind of, but it's got like an aftertaste.
Yeah.
Not that great, but you just gotta drink it quick.
I love it though. I love it.
But
you see Nathan's response to you, but don't you, Pops?
What
He said he ain't getting on nothing. Nate, there you go. Tell him, Nate.
and Chris also said that when he says this to me, he said, "You've been watching that, Trav, talking about the quarterback series on Netflix." Now I got it on my list, Chris. I ain't started watching it.
I watched some of it.
I know it's Marcus Mariota, which I don't know why they got him on there. Marcus Mariota. I guess they showing the good, the bad, and the ugly. So maybe
That's
why
what
he's
they
on
do.
there.
Yeah.
Because they got Mahomes, they got Kirk Cousins, then they got Marcus Mariota. So that's like an order: the good, the bad, and the ugly.
That ain't right, man.
I'm just saying. Or you could say mediocre, average, and elite. Maybe that's what they're saying. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Either way, However you want to look at it, I guess.
It's just a series about the Falcons too. I tried.
Yeah, Chris said it's a badass series too on how the Falcons moved on from Mariota. I think they did him dirty though. What'd you think, Trav? Speak on it, Travis.
Go ahead, Chris. Preach, bro. Preach.
You know how to push the buttons, bro. You something else. You're the ultimate troll. I love it.
Get him,
Well,
Chris.
I
Get
think
him.
it's time to bring the ball out.
Let me say this.
I love it, Chris. I love it, bro.
I want to hear what you got to say.
You almost got me.
We ain't ready to start yet. We ain't ready to start yet. Then. Cause we'll let you,
You
get
know
on Chris. No, we're gonna let you get
We're
on.
starting now. Officially now.
You know it's bad when all you can do is laugh.
I know Chris gonna do it. I know you're gonna do it.
Hey,
I
bro.
saw it well up and the veins popped down his neck and everything. He was like, let me just laugh this off real quick.
He said, "Wait till I see it." But Chris, to be fair, I haven't seen behind the scenes, so I don't really know. I heard rumors and speculation and stuff. What happened
Oh
with
my
that?
God.
From my perspective, Falcon fans and Falcon sources, I heard that he quit on the team after he got benched, and he didn't want to support Desiree or help him, and that's why we ended up cutting him. But maybe more happened behind the scenes. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
That's
But
Chris.
that's what most Falcon fans say,
Yeah, Chris.
going off the
Chris-
sources.
I got you. Chris is saying it created a horrible narrative on him, bro. So Chris, do tell, bro, what was the narrative? unless I'm missing a comment.
And then he went to the Eagles and became the backup and trash over there. So go figure.
Chris, what happened, man? Tell us what happened.
Okay, so
Give us
Chris
the scoop.
said just wait till we see it. So it must be one of those things where I don't know. It'd be better to just see it and then we kind of understand what he's saying.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. That's another thing, Chris. Yeah, he left the team because he had a kid. Cool. But people have kids on the team all the time, but they don't leave and don't come back. So that's no excuse.
So let me ask you a question. Can I see the ball? Can I ask you a question? Do you think it was a matter of listen? I'm go Dylan. My son, man, he tripping.
What was that?
He over there gyrating with his legs wide open. He was over there gyrating with his legs wide open. Just
What was that?
I don't know. If you'd have seen, bro, if y'all have saw that,
He remind me of Flash on Daddy Daycare. When he got
man. Anyway, so here's my question. I wonder if it's something where he said, "Listen, I really feel like I need to go. Maybe take a little time to go be with my wife while she's having a kid." And then while he was out, they said, "Hey, you know what? Just don't come back, buddy. We love you. Love you, mean it. We'll send you your severance pay. We're gonna trade you. We're gonna deal you while he was out." You think it's something like that?
But see, this is the thing. Maybe the narrative is wrong, Chris, but I'm just saying what we was told from Falcon insiders and people that's with the team.
What's up,
All right.
Steven?
Yeah, what's going on, Steven?
What's up, my man?
Steve, what's going on, bro? Read between the lines.
I was hollering for you, bro.
You see it, Steven. I ain't
guys.
even got to do it.
All right, guys, I got the ball.
Sorry.
Oh, we sorry.
Yeah, I know you are. Now, what I'm saying is this.
Dang, man.
Nah, what I'm saying is this.
That was wrong.
That was.
wrong. You just called him, man. Sorry.
I'm sorry. See what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm sorry, Pops. Here's your chance to get back. But what I'm saying is this. Maybe that was the narrative, but from Falcon insiders, we got was once he got benched, that's when he said he was about to have his baby. Before that, he was fine. But then supposedly he didn't come back to the team. So I guess coach talked to him, and Arthur Smith said in the press conference, we can only deal with people that's here with this team. If you don't want to be with this team, then we got to move on. So he made it seem like you say, that might just be the narrative. But only him and him knows what's going on behind the scenes. So
And
I don't know.
Now Chris is saying he agrees that he was trash. That ain't the point. He was just saying that the narrative.
What's going on, Brandon?
He just felt like
What's up, Brandon?
the narrative they created about him was not really up to par. What's up, Brandon? We talking about the Falcons letting go of Marcus Mariota, and that the narrative they created for him might not be totally true, and it may be a misrepresentation of him and what happened, and that they made it look like he quit on the team when in reality, during the time that he got benched, he was also trying to be with his wife to have a baby, and they made it out like he just quit and didn't come back. But Travis, on the other hand, is saying that he heard from insiders and people who are close to the team and other Falcons fans who are in the know that he, in fact, did in a way quit on the team because of being benched. So that's what we were just talking about.
Chris was saying he was in a hospital at the time while he got benched. If that's the case, then
Oh man,
that's messed up.
That's
Oh,
messed
no,
up.
man. That's messed up,
It's
man.
messed up. But at the same time,
God.
even if you got benched while you're in the hospital, you still got to come back to the team, right? When you're done.
Jerry Jones will never done
I mean,
like
is that right?
I agree with you.
So,
But I'm
so
just,
he just stayed away from the team after
Well,
being
see,
benched?
that's-
You know what that's why they saying he quit on
Yeah.
the team.
this is the let me see this. This is the part that's ambiguous, and this is the part that we really want to know. Once they told him that,
I just want to say this. I want to say this.
Hold on for a second.
Oh, I gotta say this. I
Let
gotta
me
say
get
this.
this out.
Don't
No, let me-
nobody care about no Marcus Mariota. Go ahead. continue.
But it's,
all I was gonna say is the only part that we really don't know that's ambiguous to us is, did he stay away because he just stayed away, or did he stay away because they told him not to come back? That's the part we don't know until we figure that part out.
And it's another
Who
thing.
knows?
See, I forgot about all the story, Chris. That's another part too. Yeah, I remember this too, but I just forgot about it. Because ain't nobody thinking about Marcus Mariota. But he opted out himself to get his meniscus repaired while he was benched. He's like, well, shit, since I'm benched anyway, I might as well go ahead and take care of this, right? That's basically what that was. That's what it was, bro.
I'm just gonna,
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna say one thing about that. See, you see how they do Falcon players. See how they do each other. Jerry Jones would have
Here
never
we
done
go.
that.
Here we go.
Jerry Jones would
Dallas
never
would've
done these people
never
like
done
that. Now I'm done. Hey, I got the ball, man. Hey, you over there. Hey, you down there. I got the ball.
He teased us with the ball. He said, "Now I'm done." And then when you reach for a tape, he said, "No, I got the ball." He reminded me of that old guy on that guy commercial. You know, when he's got the dollar bill on the fishing line, he goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, you almost got it. You're not fast enough. You got to do
Oh,
better than
I
that."
saw that commercial, man. I saw it. You
Oh,
almost got it.
got to get quicker. You got to get better than that.
That's good, man.
He basically teased us with the ball just then. Did you see what he did? He was like, "All right, that's all I was gonna say. I'm done." Then when you reach for it, he went, "I got the ball. I got the ball." Messed up, Pops. Explain. Can you please explain yourself? I got the ball, Pops.
No, I got the ball. What I was gonna say was,
Oh my God, good one,
Chris.
man.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out tonight. Matter of fact, when I get back to the house, I'll check it out. Just for you, and then I'll tell you what I think. But I understand you said they didn't put everything out there about what
There you
happened behind the scenes, and I understand that. I don't claim to know everything. I'm just going by
Now go.
basically what the coach told us and what sources said. But as far as his wife being pregnant, him having a baby, that's fine. Congratulations to him and everything. I have no beefs about that. But then after that, you still don't come back, and then you choose to get your meniscus repaired,
Chris,
You say highly
and then you don't come back to the team. So you quit on the
you see
team
what Chris?
still.
Do you see what Chris is saying? Chris is saying he opted to. He did opt to have it repaired.
That's what I'm saying. So if he opted to go ahead and have it repaired while he was already benched after having a baby and didn't come back to the team, he still quit on the
Oh,
team.
I thought you were saying that he refused to get it repaired for the
That's
team.
what I'm saying. So he still quit on the team.
Chris-
That's not a narrative.
Chris say he highly recommend you look at that.
Right. So it's not a narrative if he actually quit and did come back.
Yeah.
And then they say he didn't want to help Desmond Ridder.
Maybe we just
But he got because he got a little pissed about getting benched. And Desmond Ridder needs all the help he can get. So
well maybe we just seeing one side of it. But like I said, Chris, I might go check it out myself now that you bring it up.
I just might too.
Sounds like something that we need to, that would really be.
I didn't look
I
at it.
heard it was good. It's on my list. I just ain't got around to it. But I'll watch it tonight, Chris. Make
Yeah.
sure then I hit you up and
We'll
let
go
you know
check
what
it
I
out.
think of it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I don't care what he says. He put on the team.
Yeah.
Like, there's no
Yeah.
other way around.
Well, no, I mean he's saying that there's a lot that they didn't release on the show. That's what he's saying.
What's
the show,
up? What's-
not
Okay, besides him quitting on the team, what else?
They might have lied on him.
the show made it seem like he quit on the team when in actuality he may not have quit on the team. That's what Chris is saying.
He never came back.
What if they told him not to come back? If you get traded while you in the
Coach said
hold on
in a press
that
conference.
coaches can't lie.
Well, he can.
Hey, speaking of that, look how they
Touche.
done my man. He got fouled on the day off.
Who
The
got fired?
linebacker, the good linebacker, man.
That's basically what Marcus Mariota did.
No.
They,
We talking about the linebacker. They talking about the Eagles and Cowboys got a chance to get. What's the name? Lanier, not Lanier, but come on, guys, help me.
Leonard.
They say he got fired on the day off. Say he found out when he came back.
Be like that sometimes.
That's messed up.
That's why when you got a chance, get your contract, get your money, get your paper. Because when
Well,
they
look.
when they done with you, they done with you.
Well,
That's
look,
it.
one of the August speak, one of the best linebackers in the business. One of them, right? Right?
Yeah, he was, but
Whoa.
he's been rotated with guys over there too, so he's losing playing time. So
it wasn't rotating.
that's why a bunch of young guns was kind of stepping in for him, and he was saying,
No.
Dad, I know the story. And he was saying if he can't start, then he wants to be released, and that's what happened.
No, let me see. Can I say something? No, guys. He said he was asking for a meeting.
Who was asking for a meeting?
The linebacker. He said he was asking for a meeting before this came to
For
point.
who?
What's his name? Lanier.
For who?
The
Colts,
Colts.
the coaches. He was asking for a meeting. He said, I guess he was gonna go and talk about money. They knew that, and that's why they cut him short. This guy was gonna talk to him about, I guess, trying to work something out with him. But instead, they didn't give him a chance to get there. They cut him, and that's what he said. He said he was wanting a meeting. He said, hey, now you can go have that meeting you've been wanting. So he said that's what he said. Now you can go have that meeting, but you been wanting, and that's how they told him to go to the office. This is what the guy said.
Okay.
That's bad, man. Guys, that's bad right there.
Basically, he wanted to start, and he was already starting, but he was rotating. Basically, he was saying he wanted the position
I think he's talking about money.
to himself, and he didn't get what he wanted, so he said he wanted out. He wanted to go somewhere where he can start and
Yeah.
just be the guy.
That's real.
Kevin Kraft, what's going on? I made mention of
What's up, Kevin?
I gave a shout out to Yvette Pepper Branch earlier in this episode, saying that we may have missed a comment she had last episode. She asked a question and we didn't realize it at the time. So we are improving on that. We're work in progress. We're trying to get better. So we're going to try to, improve on keeping up with comments and stuff. And that'll segue into what I'm about to say. Kevin Kraft, what's going on, brother?
Kevin, I agree with you, bro.
He said, "What up, Mr. Henry? What up, Mr. Henry?
That's my
And
boy.
what up,
That's my
Mr.
boy.
Henry?
That's my boy.
What a fine day to say the Detroit Lions are overrated
I agree with him.
and the Chicago Bears still suck." I don't know if either one are true.
They are both true.
I don't know if the Lions are overrated. They are who they are.
Lions-
Like, you see how they got beat the
The
other day?
Lions are definitely not overrated, man. They just had a bad game.
Oh,
Two fumbles back to back within like 5 minutes.
Oh.
It's one of them things you can't predict. It just happened. It was
Yeah,
a
now-
game.
now-
Momentum got up. It's just one of those things.
Now,
So
I
when
will
the
say-
Cowboys get beat, we can't have a bad
I
game.
will say this.
What does this got to do with the Cowboys?
Hold on. Just
I mean,
ball.
Okay, go ahead.
I will say this. On the other hand, I was so pissed off 3 years ago when Juju Smith-Schuster fumbled the ball in the Saints territory.
Went to Steelers.
Hold on for a second. I'm making a point.
So was I?
In the Saints territory in a crucial game that season. But then as I look back, the other team forced that fumble. Go.
No.
Come here. Come here. No, come here. You don't tell me no. You hear me? All right. The other team forced. Sorry, y'all. We real around here. So the other team forced the fumble. So with that being said, on the other hand of that line situation, did they fumble twice? Is it misfortune? Unpredicted? Not likely. Not like them. Yes, but dang, the other team forced the fumble.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, you got to look at both sides of it. So does that mean they're overrated? No. It just means that that's just a misfortune that happened. The Lions are the Lions. I also will say, I don't think the Chicago Bears suck because C.J. Stroud is on pace to be one of the greatest rookie quarterbacks we've seen
So
in this era. Even better than dun dun dun
here we go.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to say is this. You get it in a minute.
Are you going?
What I want to say is this.
Well, you didn't code this them twice.
I reached.
Oh, you did. It's all right.
But you didn't even look at it.
No, I was first.
You know what you did? You
No,
was like,
that was
look,
first.
look,
I
look.
reached
You
one
gave him a
first.
side. He was like, you'll get it in a minute. Dad.
Mike, what's back in the
Yeah.
face?
No, I was just saying. I wasn't trying to be funny. I was just saying you get it. In a minute. I think we can hold on 2 more minutes for more Dallas talk. I think we can hold out. But what I was saying is this.
Oh no, that's a no.
No, what I'm saying is
I
this.
100% agree. 100% agree.
Yeah,
Me too.
Packers played a perfect game. They caused the turnovers. Kudos to them. But what I'm saying is they make the plays when it counted. They made the fumbles, got the fumbles from them, ran one in for a pick six, and the other one, they recovered the ball, which is great. But just because they did it, don't mean that the Lions are overrated. It's just one of them things that happens. That the chance of that happening in every game going forward is rare. that usually doesn't happen like that. Just one of them things. But the Lions are a good team. They're where they need to be. They're not overrated. That's my thing. You know.
Read that comment.
Chris Garcia said, I mean, the Vikings been overrated since they were created. Damn. But that's neither here nor there. Kevin Kraft, jab back, baby. Jab back.
Chris woke up and chose violence.
Golly, I will say this. Let me say this real quick. Now, I don't know. This is free promotion. This is free promotion. I don't know if y'all heard Andre 3000's new Flute album, but y'all need to check it out because Kenny G has responded. Kenny G has responded with a diss track to his album. Just so y'all know.
You serious? Kenny G did that?
He's clowning Pops. He's clowning. He's clowning Pops.
He's responding.
Guys,
I
got the ball.
He's tripping, man.
Guys, I just want to fix some dialogue.
Pops is gonna believe you now.
Yeah, well, I want to fix some dialogue. Guys, listen up. This is something I want us all to stop saying. Now, I don't say it, but I've heard a lot of people say this. They gave the ball away. That no one gives the ball away unless they actually do something stupid. Start saying they took the ball. Because when someone hits somebody and make a fumble, they're not giving you the ball. They're taking the ball. Now, when someone just throw a blatant interception or someone just drop the ball or do something stupid, okay, that's giving it. But when someone hits someone hard and they drop the ball, that ain't them giving you the ball. That's them taking it. Someone go to catch the ball and then you get an interception, they take it out of your hand. They're not giving you the ball. They're taking it. That's all I want to say, guys. So from now on, stop saying they gave the ball away. Nah, they took the ball. Guys, remember I said that. Now, Pop said that. Now what?
I think you said it all, man.
Thank you, man.
I mean, what do you want us to add to it? I mean,
I just want y'all to stop saying they give the ball away. No,
I will say this. You kind of said the same thing we did, Pops.
I don't use it's the word I use. I use take.
So when you talking about taking the ball away, is you gonna talk about that? The opposing teams take the ball away from Dak in the playoffs?
Yeah. If they happen, it ain't gonna happen.
I want to hear you.
It ain't gonna happen.
I want you to have the
Don't
same
even wish that on me.
energy.
Don't even wish that on me, man.
You're right, Chris. Kid's a wild boy. Hey, he all boy too. He's wide open. I'm talking about Dylan.
Oh, he told.
Yeah, he said kids. He said nah.
Dylan did the flash dance
Oh,
from
man.
Daddy
Dude.
Y'all remember
Dude.
a little flash on Daddy Daycare?
When he had his legs wide open, just sitting there
It's on the
gyrating.
business, bro.
Boy, I'm telling you what.
Where did he get that from?
I didn't get it from me.
You seen it somewhere.
You seen it somewhere?
Patrick, what you been doing, bro?
Nah.
You thought he was asleep, Patrick?
I ain't saying nothing.
Patrick,
I
you
ain't
thought he
saying
was
nothing.
asleep?
You ain't get rope me into that conversation.
Yo,
Nah.
he thought he was asleep when he did that.
Patrick was up late doing the African squat thrust.
I
Big
ain't-
Rains was
Ding,
doing on
ding,
Baby Boy
ding.
when he jumped across the room.
Ding, ding, ding,
The
ding,
African squat thrust.
Why you doing? I can hear the beat in my head when you was doing that too. Woo.
ding, ding, ding. There you go.
Ooh.
Willie.
Anyway, the Vikings, Kevin Kraft said in response to Chris's response, the Vikings can be overrated. They can't be because no one talks about them. They're the best team in all of sports to not have won a championship. If Chrissy, he called him Chrissy. If Chrissy wants to get factual with win percentage and legendary teams of the 70s, okay. Yeah. He called Chrissy. Golly.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Now let me find my button.
That's you. You ain't forgot. Take a shot.
Found it. Shots fired. Oh man, that's pretty good.
Put that comment up, man. Chris Garcia.
Here we go. In this corner, sporting the purple for the Purple People Eaters, we have Kevin Kraft for the Vikings. And in the other corner, we have Chris Garcia. Talk about an overrated team. Definitely the Dallas Cowboys. Chris Garcia. Pops, why you give me like, you look at me like that?
I think that's safe to say though. They ain't beat nobody with their record. So
Yeah. That's Chris said that's how you know you touched the nerve. He called me Chrissy.
We just play everybody's on our schedule.
You know, Chris said that's how you know you touched. That's how you know you touched the nerve. He called me Chrissy. Bro, the Vikings have done what since their existence? They're equivalent to Dak's stats.
Oh,
in the
no, you're wrong
in the
on that.
postseason, they're non-existent.
Are you serious?
Hey, I mean, That's the comparison he made. It's accurate.
Do the work, man. Do the work.
Do the work.
Yeah, he's talking crazy.
What does that mean?
That means
what?
study. That means study.
Travis.
He said do the work.
No.
Study,
Please,
dog.
It's somebody explain.
That's the new trends I'm gonna start saying. Do the work.
He's basically saying do the work as in
Study the real statistics. Do the
The
work.
real statistics, not the
Yeah.
fake ones.
Yours, fake.
You know, basically saying the Vikings, they do great in the regular season too, have winning records and stuff, but they
No,
are.
I was talking about what Pops meant.
Oh, I thought you were saying
No, I know what Chris
comparing
meant.
them to Dallas in that sense. As far as doing good regular season and getting
That's
playoffs
just you talking.
and getting washed.
All right, I do want to bring up a topic real quick. First of all, I never thought I'd see it happen, or at least not this season, and definitely not mid-season. Something has happened that normally is unlike something that you would see from this particular organization. That organization being the organization of my team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. We never make any big
Wow.
changes, especially coaching changes, coordinator changes during the season. And yet, as I sit here right now, after the last game, Matt Canada, and it was a 3-point loss, but Matt Canada was fired. Now, I'm totally on board with it. He should have got fired after last year. But Kenny Pickett came in, ended up having a great season toward the end of it. And I think that's what saved Matt Canada's job, at least for a half a season. But then we had more of the same troubles, pitiful play calling. This offense was, I don't even know if you could say it's just as good as the best college offense. It was just, half the time they did things that I didn't realize what they were doing. I couldn't figure out what they were doing. I couldn't figure out why the routes were structured the way they were. And every now and again, I'd see a good route combination. But then again, it may have been just because the talent on the team, being George Pickens and Deontay Johnson, overcame not the best play caller. But as we sit here today, Matt Canada has been fired. Peter Faulkner, and I forgot the other guy's name. It slips my mind right
Stephen
now.
Coley said some decision had to be made.
No, I agree with you. It should have been made way before now. And I guess what I'm saying is it should have been made earlier in the season so there'd be some adjustment time, not 12 games into the season when you're barely hanging on to the last playoff spot. And now somebody's got to come in and take over this, excuse my language, this shit show of an offensive play calling, right? Somebody's got to come in now and take this over. And we're barely hanging on to spot number 7, right? So I also have heard that there's people on the inside of the Steelers organization who report to them and report for them that have said that there's mixed reviews on how the firing happened and who had the last word. Some people say that it was Mike Tomlin's firing ultimately, and some people say it was Dan Rooney's firing ultimately. This is what I mean. Some people say that Rooney wanted to move on from Matt Canada, but Mike Tomlin didn't want to yet, so his tenure remained longer than what Rooney would have wanted. Till Rooney finally got to the point to where he overrid Mike Tomlin, was like, he's got to go. But then I've heard also that Mike Tomlin wanted to move on from him, and Rooney, being the type of family that they are, they give people a little more leniency, a little more grace in the typical organization, especially mid-season. And after some time, Mike Tomlin was able to persuade him to go ahead and let him go. So whichever way it happened, it needed to happen, and it needed to happen sooner than now. I can still sit there and see in my head the touchdown that Kenny Pickett threw to George Pickens when he audibled out of Canada's horrendous play call in the red zone 2 games ago. And once he scored a touchdown, Matt Canada didn't even celebrate right away. He was looking like, what play is this that they call? Like, what happened? And it was like 10 seconds into the celebration before he snapped out of it and was like, oh, yeah, I probably need to be celebrating because the camera's on me. And he noticed that after that game, they moved him down from the coach's box to the sideline, so that I guess they didn't want to see those types of reactions anymore. So with that being said, I just think it's a good idea. What are y'all thoughts on that?
What I'll say is, all that was happening, it was much needed. Need to be fired, just like.
Go ahead and say it.
With my guys. Like I said, Arthur Smith. Like I said, this is a must-win. versus the Saints. You lose this game at home. I don't care what happens. I'm already on the fire Arthur Smith train. Arthur Smith needs to go. Our offensive coordinator, Dave Ragone, need to go. And our wide receivers coach, TJ Yates, which is a former quarterback coach and wide receivers, he should have never been hired, needs to go also.
Dang, that's the whole offense, ain't it?
Yes. They all need to go. And Ryan Nielsen, the defensive coordinator, just got there and turned this defense around. He's good to go. He's only going to get better with more draft picks. And once they learn the system better and getting some true pass rushers in there, we'll get better on that side. But like I said, Arthur Smith's play calling has been atrocious. He's just incompetent, man. He's got too much arrogance and too much swag for somebody that's losing. It's ridiculous. So, maybe he need to do the FedEx thing. That's, his pops own FedEx, so.
His pops owns FedEx?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why he got the job.
Of course.
Come on.
Did I speak too soon?
Of course.
Oh, well.
Rich people and more rich people, you know what I mean?
So, can I see the ball?
Yeah, but I will. We done the Matt Canada thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Dad, you got anything to say on the Matt?
Oh, I will say.
Y'all said it.
I have one more thing to say. I think Mike Tomlin is definitely on the hot seat now. This is something that you normally typically don't see with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin might be on the hot seat in terms of if we don't raise our level of relevancy and competition. I was reminded of something yesterday and earlier today. We give Dak a hard time when it comes to we give Dak a hard time about not having a non-existent postseason career so far, right? I was reminded yesterday and today that the Pittsburgh Steelers have only won 3 playoff games since 2012, 2013. Now, don't get me wrong. We've had some seasons where we won 11, 12, 13 games a season. And so we've had first round buys and ended up being in divisional rounds and then AFC championships. So we've still made it farther than the Dallas Cowboys have made it in these past several years. However, in terms of winning actual playoff games, we've only won 3. And that's frustrating. It shouldn't happen, especially when we had the Killer Bees. So
Sharon Muller's comment up there. That applies to you.
Yep. So I will say this. I think Mike Tomlin is on the hot seat just because of that, because I've said it time and time again on this podcast, the standard for the Steelers we're not meeting the standard of the Steelers. The standard of Steelers is being competitive, making it to conference championships, making it to Super Bowls, competing for Super Bowls legitimately. That's all I'm saying. Now, before I'm going to read some more comments real quick. So Kevin Kraft says, defending Detroit.
Put that comment up there, bro.
I will.
It applies to this. What you're talking about.
Yeah, I will. So Sharon Muller said, started 2023. Mike Tomlin again went back week 6 and said, let him go. Rooney's didn't want to mid-season, but the voices got too loud and Rooney gave in. Yeah, I've heard both sides. So yeah. I've heard that. Then I've heard it the other way too. So in any case, it was something that definitely needed to happen. 100%. Definitely needed to happen. Well, yeah, I've heard that too, Sharon, that he wanted to move on since 2022. But, I'm just glad that it finally happened. Hey, Carlo Crowell, welcome to the podcast. It's been a while, brother. Hopefully all is well. And Carlos said, yes, Sharon is correct. Now back up to this comment that we have. Kevin Kraft says in response to the last thing that Chris Garcia said, that defending Detroit with such vitriol, you must have had money on the game Thursday. Minnesota beat Joe Montana and Jerry Rice in their primes. He's got a good point there. At their stadium in '87, who else could have done that? NFL history is rich with Vikings lore. Championships don't tell the whole story because history is only written by the winners, which lacks proper detail. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
All right, are you done on this Matt Canada
Yep.
thing? All right, moving on. Next topic.
Sound.
Let's talk about this hip drop tackle
Sound.
ban that they're talking about doing. They said at the end of the season they're talking about banning this hip drop tackle because players are getting hurt. How do you guys feel about that? Put it in the comments. And Pops, how you feel about that? Focus.
I'm trying to find my feedback. My feedback. I'm off my feet. Go ahead and start talking on. I'm gonna come in.
I just asked you.
I got something to say about it.
Nigel, what do you think? The hip drop tackle. Well, feet, I'll go first. Well, basically, I just feel like Richard Sherman, he was on Undisputed, and he was talking about it with Skip, and so was Keyshawn. I just feel like if you take that tackle away, especially like smaller cornerbacks trying to tackle big running backs like an A.J. Dillon or a Derrick Henry, and you're behind them and they get in front of you, and the only way for you to tackle them is to wrap them up and try to sling them down, use your body weight, drop it, then how else are you going to get them down? Like, I feel like that's necessary. This is the NFL. This is a dangerous game. They know what they signed up for. And we can't take all the danger elements out of the game. That's part of the game. The game is dangerous. So if you take that out of the game, it's going to be – it's already set up for the offense to succeed on every account anyway. Defense is already on the defensive, so to speak. And it's turned into flag football, man. Like, if you take that away, it's like, I understand players getting hurt. Their legs get caught on them when they get tackled like that. But it's like, what do the smaller corners do when they come up against bigger backs and wide receivers and they're trying to bring them down? And these guys are elite athletes and they're super strong. So it's like almost like real life superhumans. How else can you get them down? Like, especially if they run past you, what you supposed to do? Let them just run and just wrap him up around his waist and try to muscle him down like that? No, that's not going to happen. So I feel like they should keep doing what they're doing, even if it means them getting fined or whatever, because I don't see no other way they can tackle them from behind like that. I think it's important to leave the game alone. They tampering too much, if you ask me. And Skip, I seen Skip trying to tell Richard Sherman that you can tackle him without doing that and all this. He's like, man, you can't tell me that. You've never played the game. You don't know. I was out there. I've done this. Even Keyshawn Johnson was saying, no, you can't take that out of the game. You need that.
Yeah.
Like, you're taking away from the defense when you do that. Like, they're already handicapped. You can't touch the wide receivers without them throwing flag. You can't do nothing. Mm-hmm. So what is the defense? It's setting up all for the offense. It's crazy.
You want to talk first?
Go
ahead.
Yeah, I'll go first. I was telling Travis the other day that if they keep the tackle, it's what, so be it. I'm not one of the people that's going, no, you should get rid of it. But if they get rid of it, I'm okay with that too. I'm not going to be one of the people that say, oh, you should have kept it in there. I will say this though. And me and Travis were talking about it the other day. I brought up the example of hitting quarterbacks below the waist. Do you think that it was a good move for the NFL to not target quarterbacks below the knees when they're just sitting in the pocket? And I think we can all consensually say, at least in general, that it was probably a good move and probably improved the game safety-wise. And I think it's the same way with the hip drop tackle. You got to think, we're fans on the sideline looking at the games. Some of us are analysts, some of us are commentators.
Some of us are football players.
And some of us are former football players. However, those guys are the ones putting their bodies on the line every day. And those hip drop tackles, just like the targeting the quarterbacks below the waist at the knees and so on and so forth. Before the rule change, a lot of quarterbacks were getting hurt. With the running backs and the receivers, but especially the running backs, Dude, you can mess up somebody's leg and tear the ligaments up in their knees and their ankles, and not only put them out for several games, but for the season and possibly for their career. Some of these guys may not even walk the same. You know what I mean? And there you go. You had this thriving athlete with all his potential, and his career and his livelihood is cut short because of a tackle that you can look at and say, let's see if we can improve this. So I'm okay with if it's football. And Travis brought up a good point the other day. You know the risk when you get out there on the field, but at the same time, if it's within your power and within your grasp to make a positive change that makes it at least a little bit safer, you should at least look into it and explore it. And that hip drop tackle is dangerous for a lot of people. Now, I've been a cornerback in high school. I played running back, I played receiver, I played cornerback, and I played quarterback in pretty big flag football leagues too. And as a cornerback, being not the biggest guy out there trying to tackle running backs, it's hard. Of course, we came from an era where we just hit them. If we got ran over, we just got ran over. And I have had to grab some running backs by their waist after they got past me and try to pull them down. But we cut from a different cloth. You know, we try to go our way not to make sure we kept everybody that we were tackling and we were playing with safe too. Some of those are bam plays, they call them. Like, it happens so fast. You can't sit here and say that everybody does a hip drop tackle and ends up breaking somebody's leg or somebody's ankle purposely and intentionally before the play says, this is what I'm going to do when I do this tackle. I don't think it happens purposely like that. But I will say I'm okay with them, if not taking the tackle out, at least adjusting it. That's all I'm saying.
Let me address that. Listen with it. Listen.
Appreciate your patience, though.
The reason I'm telling you guys that there's got to be a limit. When you start attacking football to a point that it's not football anymore. Now, if football is going to get to the point where anyone can do it, and then there's no talent and there's no skill in it. Football has to be set up to where just anybody can do it. I mean, you'll have guys sitting on the couch that ain't done nothing in their life, and if they keep taking it, the reason that you have to use your body, you got guys 250, 280 against guys 160 pounds, sometimes 200 pounds. How that 200 pounds gonna go up with somebody 280 and go just not use the body, just gonna wrestle, can't do it. The momentum alone is gonna carry you. When we was coming up, all of us that came up in little football, they were telling us how to use our body. Remember, guys? They said when you talk, you have to torque your body and go in with it. You take that thing out of there. There's going to be a lot more people that can run the ball. There's going to be a lot more people that can catch the ball and break loose because they can be scared. It's getting to the point you have to leave something there. Let's say Roy Williams. Y'all remember the cowboy collar? Y'all remember before the cowboy collar got started? You know, Dallas Cowboys, Roy Williams started that. He used to snatch people, you know, from their shoulder pad on down. Well, yeah, they got to be a little dangerous. So I can understand them taking that out. But hitting the quarterback when he's in the crowd at his knees, yeah, I like what they did with that. But hitting me and the guys were talking about it. I know a lot of you guys are talking about y'all on y'all podcast. The reason these guys break tackles is because they're trying to do a high tackle, right, guys? The only way you can get somebody down is around the knees. And then when you torque the knees, you got to throw your body in on it. If they take that out, it'll be one of the biggest messed up they ever did. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be intense. It's supposed to be tough. And it's supposed to be a chance of getting hurt. That's football. Now, if you want to play flag football, you can't do that in flag football. The only thing you do is grab flag. And you keep this up, the NFL is going to turn into flag football. They need to leave it alone. Weight got a lot to do with it. The size got a lot to do with it. The height's got a lot to do with it. But when you got a 200-pound guy going up against a 280-pound guy and with almost speed, how you going to muscle that guy down just by not trying to put your muscle in there? No, they need to leave that alone. And the ones that chicken, the one that's scared, the one that's weak, they need to stay out of football. Give me something. I want to see somebody. I want that chance of someone being able to be hurt. Don't want them to get hurt. But running that ball, playing football, you have to have that element of saying, you know what, it's tough. If you start doing this pretty soon, everybody's going to play it. All I say is they need to leave that play alone. They really do. It don't make sense.
I agree. And I also would say, what's going on, Terry? Terry says, "Freak the Cowboys, Steelers Nation." We got another one in here.
Go Steelers. Black and yellow, baby.
But yeah,
You have our condolences.
But yeah, I will also say this.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, with the tackle, with the hip drop tackle thing, yeah, it's just taken away. It's just taken away from the football game, man. Like you have to leave that in. And like I say, these players are making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
They know what they signed up for.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous game. You get that money for a reason. You are the best of the best, the elite of the elite.
At least something, yeah.
Best in the world.
Let me add something.
So when you come in there, you know what you sign up for. If you don't want to get hurt or take the risk of getting hurt, then retire or don't play the game.
Yeah.
That's part of the game. You can't just. There's no way you can injury safe proof this game. Like
to a point, you can't.
To a point, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they did what they could with the helmets and stuff like that, but it's only so much you can do. You're grown men colliding with each other at ferociously crazy speeds, and they have crazy strength. Like you just can't, man.
And you can get, and the thing about, a lot of us look at tackling on NFL, we'll say, God, that's arm tackling, that's high tackling. If you take this out, guess what? You're not going to keep doing it the other way. So that's one of the best tackles in the NFL, to grab a man and throw your body in on it. But see, the reason I said they should leave it alone, Dak Prescott got hurt like that. That tackle and throwing the body in on it. That's how he broke his ankle. But Dak knew it's part of football. Now, a lot of time can stop all this. When you done got yards, most people get hurt trying to get extra yards, trying to put that extra there, extend their body. If these guys will start saying, I done got all I can get, I'm going down. But most of those guys, when they say travel, most of them keep trying to pull and dig, and that's how most of them get hurt. So they fall on their leg or something. But
I'll also say, now I haven't seen the interview with Brady and Sass. I don't know if Patrick has.
I saw some of them. Yeah, I saw some
but
of them.
I'm pretty sure he's saying what we said.
Yeah, he's done the same
thing. The game
thing.
has gotten soft, bro.
Even Brady's admitting it.
Back then, we was trying to hit. I know what Patrick was saying about we wasn't trying to hurt nobody back then. Bull swanky.
Back then they were.
No. We was trying to hurt people when we hit them.
No,
I don't know what Patrick's talking about. I'm just being real.
No.
I'm keeping it real. Listen, when we was playing, we was trying to.
I clarify that.
Especially if
clarify that, man.
Not in a way of where we was trying to like be malicious for being malicious.
That's
but
what I meant.
If we seen a player on another team that was dominant and they number one player, we trying to get them out the game so we can win the game. Like that's the point of it, like to stop them. You know what I mean? I hate to say it, but I'm just telling the truth.
That reminds me of I don't know how many of y'all watch stand-up comedy, and if you do, if y'all are familiar with Patrice O'Neal. Patrice O'Neal had a bit in one of his stand-up routines. I think the elephant in the room, maybe one of his stand-up routines. He was talking about how when they used to play football and how the game was getting soft, and he was saying that, dude, when they was in football, it was a man's game, man. We used to hit people, and if we hit somebody and they didn't get up and they didn't move after we hit them, we didn't cry, we didn't kneel on our knees and hold hands and sing Kumbaya. We started chanting. We started making chants like, he's paralyzed. And his mom would be in the stands crying, and we'd be like, and then he'd be like, hey, no, yeah, we paralyzed him. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Take your socks. And then we tie his socks to our heads, and then when the other teams see us coming, they'd be like, oh man, that's the team that tied a paralyzed players' socks to their helmets, So anyway, that was a funny bit that he did. And when I said that earlier, I didn't mean we didn't try to hurt nobody, because we tried to hurt. What I'm saying is we weren't trying to be malicious and try to maim somebody to where they couldn't play football anymore. That's what I meant. But did we try to hurt each other in terms of hitting hard,
yes,
and making them reconsider come back in the game? Yes, we did. So I just want to clarify that.
You don't need to front about it. Let's be real. And this is my thing. They did chant that when Michael Irvin got hurt at the vet in Philly. They chanted that. So it was real back then. It was messed up, but it was real back then.
Yeah.
I mean,
so the bottom line is it comes down to this. In the NFL days, and I say that mean the olden days before they took all this stuff and watered down, there would be players out there saying they gonna kill you. They were scared. There was players like Mean Joe Green and all them big guys. They was trying their best to take you out. Okay, now it's been watered down a little bit. That's why a lot of arm tackling. That's why sometimes that the quarterback get to run like he do. So some of them don't know exactly how to hit him. He go to sliding. They'll call you in the slide. But I think when that quarterback become a a running back until he actually slides. They should let them hit him just like they do a bat. But there are certain quarterbacks you can't hit them a certain way, even when they're not sliding. Trav, you and I have seen that. They'll still call it on you, roughing. So yeah, I think they can leave that football alone. And I'm tired of this arm tackling. I can't stand that. But hey, sometimes that's ugly. That's just ugly. It's just not football, you know.
Right. And like I said, man, football. Y'all know football done got soft, man. Like every year, it's like they're taking something away from the game. They literally change a rule at the end of every year, and it's getting worse and worse. Like
I don't even know why they want to change that one though.
Like, because they saying I think Mark Andrews, the tight end for the Ravens, got hurt this past week, and he got that tackle, and I think he broke his ankle.
That ain't got nothing to do. They didn't do it when Dak got hurt.
You know, every time a star player gets hurt, they change the rule according to right that. Just like when an defender dived at Tom Brady's leg and broke his leg. Then they just when they change the rule, you can't hit below the leg, below the knees. You know, it just happens, man. Like I understand you trying to keep your stars safe because that helps sell your product.
Yeah, but
they make money off that. I get it,
but don't kill football.
But you can't take the physicality away from football. You just can't. Like,
who's that? Joe Theismann? When Taylor hit him, they changed that up. And I can understand that, but that was one of the best hits in football at the time.
Yeah, right? Ryan. If you're still in here, we're gonna get you on here in a second, bro.
Yeah.
Wait till Patrick come back. We'll get you on.
Read the comments now while we got time to do that. We're gonna read all the comments while we got time.
We'll get you in here. Well, Chris Garcia says that's the risk these guys are taking. They're making millions for the game. Shit, I wish I was making $25 million a year. Got that right. And then Sharon says, have y'all watched Bye Bye Barry on Amazon Video?
I watched some of that.
Great documentary.
Yeah, that was good. That's good,
honey. I thought about y'all laugh out loud.
Yes, so but I got the book on it.
Sharon, we been and watched that.
Yeah,
like old. ESPN did that documentary on that show a while back. They just took
2 years ago.
They just took it and put it on Amazon, but it's basically the same documentary when they was talking about Barry Sanders, his career. It's the same thing.
If you really want to get detail in about the book, I got Barry Sanders' book. I got Emmitt Smith's book. And it tells in detail about everything.
I was just sitting about that.
About college and everything.
So, I'm going to send out a few invites. I'm thinking about inviting Ron and DeCarlo because I do want to hear a little bit more about this interview with Tom Brady. And I don't really care to hear about it per se, like I'm dying to hear about it. But at the same time, I guess I'm just trying to.
Because you hate Tom Brady.
No, I'm just trying to.
Go look at it on television.
Understand
television,
what it was about. You know what I mean?
Patrick, it's on television. Just go listen to it.
Probably just talking about the game. Like they probably asked him about the game and probably asked him how he was in the game, or was he coming back, or was he contemplating on coming back, something like that, or probably talking about how the game is today.
And Tom was talking about how none of the scouts wanted to deal with him except Bill Belichick. Said that he was the offensive quarterback they ever seen. And they said that he would never make it. So Bill Belichick got him and said he was going to hold on to him. And he was thanking Bill by the way he stuck with him and everything.
And this is my thing. If everybody's raving about the Brady interview, this just concludes what I've been saying. This is why this man is the GOAT. If he's talking greatness, he's the GOAT for a reason.
Yeah.
You know,
he talking some real stuff.
People listen to what he say because he know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? And I got to check it out. But I'm pretty sure what he's saying is on the money.
Montana's a GOAT. They wasn't doing these types of interviews when Montana was playing, but is Brady one of the greatest to ever do it? Absolutely. Second greatest of all time.
He's the GOAT, dude.
Now, it's arguable, interchangeable. And you can't forget that Brady was a product of a system that protected him and that looked after him and that helped him cheat. Bottom line in the story. Did he legitimately win 4 championships?
There you go.
Three, maybe 4, yeah.
He on his own on that.
But
that's hate.
But 3 of those championships are not legitimate.
Stop
period.
That, Patrick. Stop.
In the story. No, I'm not gonna stop telling the truth. In the story.
You still can't take away
they cheated from that. No, I can't take away from his legacy because it's one hell of a legacy. That's the end of the story. Now, to this comment that Kevin is I mean, it is what it is. So I'm not gonna sit and bite my tongue about it. Everybody, that's always the elephant in the room with Tom Brady. Even when I used to watch analyst shows with what's the dude's name? The dude that was
The soldier do.
Defensive lineman for the Patriots that was an analyst for the NFL Network for the longest time. Had a crew cut, black dude.
Fact, you see the comment about Steelers?
I can't remember his name. Big dude though. Anyway, every time he would bring up tell stories about
Vince Wilfork?
No. I can't remember his name because I can't remember. I'll think of it in a little bit. But in any case,
Marcellus Wiley?
no, not Marcellus Wiley. If you said his name, I know it though. He was a staple for the NFL Network, one of their shows for a long time. I just can't think of his name. But every time that he would bring up stuff about the Patriots, this is what we did. This is how we handled that situation. Everybody, I can look at everybody's faces, and the elephant in the room was, yeah, but y'all were the Patriots, so
Willie
y'all got
McGinnis?
looked at. Yes, yeah. Nobody would speak up and say anything because they knew how it was. They looked after the Patriots. They looked after Tom Brady, looked after the Patriots every time. Anyway, another story for another day.
Bro, how Willie McGinnis fell from grace. You hear about him?
Yeah. Money?
I don't even know. I don't even know. No. We'll just do it. Just keep because we're getting on too many topics, and I got to get some invites out.
We got some more topics.
Kevin Kraft said that he agrees with Travis on that. Plus, the heat of the battle. How are the refs really going to enforce the hip drop tackle? Would they dare call one inside 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
When the game is in question, they stop throwing flags for running backs putting their heads down. I noticed. Hadn't seen one of those in a while. He's got a good point. I just didn't want to miss that comment.
Can I?
I just didn't want to miss that comment.
That's a good one, Pat. They're talking about reviewing that again. You heard them? They talking about reviewing that head when the halfback floor his head. They said if it's a direct head shot, but accidental, they can have a decision now. They can call it accidental or direct. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing now. Pat, you see what she was talking about the Steelers. Like get rid of Tomlin.
Oh yeah, I saw those comments. Yeah.
The winningest coach in the NFL, you want to get rid of him. Okay,
if they keep him, I'm good. If they get rid of him, I'm good.
Really?
It's not really up to me. What I'm saying is, I can see if they did move on from him, I wouldn't be surprised.
So are y'all done on the hip drop tackle?
Yeah, we're done on that.
Y'all, what do y'all say about that hip drop? Do y'all agree with us that they should leave that alone? With the light touch players and with the heavy touch players. You got the only thing a light player got to elevate to support him is his body weight.
And Sharon says, you're right, Pat. Montana is the GOAT, Brady is the GWOAT. I don't know what that means, but
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna try to say something about this here. Guys.
If she means greatest winner of all time, if they not all legitimate, then
Patrick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm gonna get to
Sharon says, yeah, leave the hip drop alone.
Yeah, there you go. Guys, this thing about Brady. This thing done been already done. They've been already talked about. They've been already argued about. And already been a trial. You know what? Once we get
I can't keep up with that, Sharon. You gotta tell us what that means. I know you say you told us last time, but does anybody remember?
I don't remember.
what about what?
Well, she said she already told us what GWOAT means.
What?
Anyway,
The bottom line is this.
let
The
me
bottom
finish.
line is this here. Brady has already accomplished what he has accomplished. Until someone else do something better, he is who he is. Now, all the cheating and all that, I'm sure some things was done in their favor that they kind of color. I saw some of it. But
I saw a lot of
But
it.
look, but this is what I want to make sure I explain to everybody. When someone get the title or someone get the go-ahead, once that you give them the go-ahead, once you give them the title, there ain't nothing else to say about it. It's done. And now, a lot of us like to just keep at it. Well, it ain't just, once that person go down in history as the one, y'all they the one.
She's saying that means the greatest of this era.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Brady
He's the
is
greatest of all time.
he
Absolutely. He's the greatest of his era, with hands down.
and to someone get what his accomplishment, yeah.
Just like Bradshaw was the greatest of his era.
No, but we talking Brady.
I was saying Bradshaw was the greatest of his era. Montana was the greatest of his era. So yeah, definitely Brady's the best of his era, 100%. Got no qualms about that.
Neither one of those guys has got some of the greatest compliments. Neither one of them.
So we're talking about errors, Pops.
I know.
Are you hearing what we're saying?
Yeah, I understand that.
Are you understanding?
Are you
understanding the words?
Come on, stop. Don't do that.
We're talking about 3 different eras of play.
Yeah, explain to me like a 2-year-old. Pat.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I'm not.
Yeah, I understand.
When we're getting into this part of it, I'm not saying.
No, I understand.
Okay.
But I just said that Brady is who he is. He is. He really is.
Chris Garcia says Bradshaw is the greatest.
Of course.
He was the greatest of his era, for real though.
No, he was one of the great ones. That's
He was the greatest of his era. Who was better? Are we really gonna get into this?
No, we're not.
Who was better than Bradshaw in the 70s?
He was one of the great ones. I know two
Can
of them
you
was
give me
better than
that?
Bradshaw.
Can you give me an answer, please, sir?
I'm not doing that.
Because it definitely wasn't Staubach. I know that's what you want to say.
No, just don't do that.
Well, then in that case,
I was gonna say Starback.
who was
But why
better?
would you do that, man?
Who was better
So you're
than?
getting on that? You're getting on the
Who was
verge.
better than
You're
Bradshaw
slowly getting out there, buddy.
in the 70s?
Chris Garcia says 210 interceptions to 210 TDs. Stop it.
Yes, and still
He wasn't the best. He wasn't.
And listen, and beat the best teams, beat the best of the best for a decade straight.
He wasn't. Terry wasn't the best.
5 or 6 Super Bowls, 4.
He was
I mean,
number 3,
one,
dude.
one for.
Kevin Kraft says
The book say he was number
Hold on
3.
for a second. Hold on for a second.
this
Hold on,
applies to that.
hold on for a second. 5 or 6 Super Bowl appearances, whatever it was. 4 Super Bowl wins, 2 repeats. No other team has ever done that. First team to ever do it. First team to rule a decade. So the original dynasty. I'm trying not to get on this soapbox. Trying not to get on my
You're
rant.
already on.
Despite the stats, like Travis says, time and time again, quote unquote, and I'm gonna quote, stats can be misleading, unquote. That's the term that comes straight out of Travis's mouth.
I don't care.
So with that being said, you're
That's
talking
a
about
stat.
4 Super Bowls in 8 years, right? 4 Super Bowls in 8 years, 2 repeats. Stats can be misleading. Staubach wasn't doing it. Stabler wasn't doing it. Namath wasn't doing it. I forgot the quarterback for the Rams at the time.
Kevin Kraft
So with
says
that being said,
Fran Tarkenton was better than Terry Bradshaw in the 70s. He retired.
He
as
was.
all-time
He really
TD
was.
TD leader at the time.
He really was.
yeah, but how many championships did he
No,
have,
I'm not
Kevin
doing all
Kraft?
that.
How many Super Bowl appearances? That's my point. Stats can be misleading. Travis said it time and time
They're
again.
not being misleading.
Stats can be
But
misleading,
Chris says the defense.
It's called protocol,
beat
buddy.
those teams. Bradshaw
but they
did
still
nothing.
had to
He
outscore
said
those teams.
Bradshaw did nothing. I'm just telling
But-
what Chris said.
Chris, they had to outscore those
Patrick,
teams.
it's called protocol.
But my point is, and I'll give the ball up. Think about the teams they played: the Raiders, the Rams, the
Sharon
Vikings.
said no, it's 4 Super Bowls in 6 years.
6 years. Well, I said 8 years, but 6 years. So no, it's 6 years. So with that being said, and then 5 Super Bowl appearances in 7. So with that being said, at the end of the day, stats can be misleading. The Raiders wasn't doing it. The Vikings weren't doing it. The Cowboys wasn't doing it. The Rams wasn't doing it. All those great teams of the 70s, guess who, out of all those great teams, who ruled the 70s? It was the Steelers. So back to that original
He
statement.
said his defense took him to the Super Bowl, bro.
He took him to the Super Bowl because he had to outscore. He had to outscore him. So, and again, this is, think about it. A team that has an offense and no defense can't win a Super Bowl. And a team that has a defense with no offense. Hold on, no.
Slow down.
Hear what I'm saying? A team that has a great offense and no defense, are they gonna win the Super Bowl?
It have been done.
With
have
no
been done.
with no defense.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There
That's-
have been a few winning that they
Pops,
had.
with no defense.
You gotta have a little.
With-
defense. You
that's
gotta
what
have
I'm
a little
saying.
now. Come on.
Now, a team with a great defense and no offense, do they win a Super Bowl?
You-
Like no offense at all.
You ain't necessarily gotta have-
You got to at least have a quarterback that can manage a game. Am I right?
Yeah.
So my point
The
is,
Ravens.
you're gonna knock
Trent
you're gonna knock a team that was like a 70s Steelers team that was just a balanced team that had a great offense and a great defense. Think about it. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. But back to what I was saying, yes,
All right.
I agree with you sharing your original statement.
I got the ball, bro.
Brady is definitely the best of his era. Sorry. I'm done.
All right, Sharon says his teammates said that he would not have won those Super Bowls with any other quarterback at that time. I mean, what are they supposed to say though? Like, what is they supposed to say? They're not gonna cheer for another quarterback when they got Bradshaw. I mean, that's like
No. Get him.
Pops. You got anything to say?
No.
No.
Not on that.
All right, now let's go to these next topic, pal.
No. Yeah, they are. Go.
Let's go to this next topic. Quarterback ratings. Is it hate? And Dak's signature play calling, how he calls his plays. Dad, this applies to you. So you want to talk about this?
I think we all need to talk about it.
Yeah, we are, but come on, Pops.
Come on, go ahead and start it off. I'm trying to
Bro, this is about your stuff.
my stuff.
Dallas, that's what we're talking about.
Y'all go ahead and start it. You know y'all gonna do it. But I'll start it off for you. One thing I can notice about the Dallas Cowboys.
The quarterback ratings. Is it hate? And then Dak's signature play calling, what Dad wanted to talk about.
This thing that Dak started doing, because that little dance everybody was laughing at Dak about, with that little hip gyrating and whatnot. Y'all see how that thing got him playing now? The guy got perfect movement in his legs now. I mean, he's not losing any time. His everything is per time, right? Everything is precise. The way he watches the field. The bottom line is this: that little signal he got. Yeah, here we go, and y'all. Everybody talking about that thing. That thing is one of a kind, and I'm telling you, once you hear it, even the haters are saying it. That's smooth. That is smooth.
How does it go again?
Here we go. Yeah. You heard it.
So that's what you wanted to talk about?
It's just the way he calling it out. And the way he called his plays, the way he changing plays at the line. A lot like Peyton Manning used to do. Peyton Manning did that better than I've seen anybody do it. The way he would come up to the line and change plays and whatnot. That and the way they coming out of Cowboys is coming out of the play calling with plenty of time. I mean, they just taking their time with it. They're making it so smooth. But that there, yeah, we go. Now that I said it, watch, you can hear everybody's talking about that. It's smooth. One of the smoothest cadence there is. They really is.
But anyway.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't heard it.
No, I don't.
Travis, now come on now.
Yeah, I don't care nothing about that man cadence.
Okay.
I mean, I've never looked at it and say, you know what? That's the best cadence I've ever heard.
It is.
That is one of the most unique cadences I've ever. I've never. Even
It's unique. That's right. It's different.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Right.
But Chris Garcia says, Pep, how the freak do you throw 210 interceptions on your career as a quarterback and match your TDs? Then he says, bro, y'all sit there and talk about Dak throwing 17 interceptions in 1 year, and then Bradshaw threw 210. That's called stupidity.
No, that's 210 in his career.
Can I touch that?
Not in the season.
No. Listen, Patrick, I got fault. Buddy, what you saying? Hey, can't do that. What you saying? What you saying, guy? That do make sense. You know what's going on? A lot of stuff that's been said this season didn't start to Dak Prescott got here.
I agree. Sharon.
Okay, think about this.
She says Peyton got the best cadence all the time.
No. Peyton got good cadence, but the way Dak is doing that, I ain't gonna say no more. I'll let y'all experience it yourself. Before it's over with, watch everybody talk about it. But anyway,
but you don't think Peyton got the best cadence?
Did I name Peyton up? I just put one I named.
Yeah, he's the best one. But
for the cadence, no, his was big. He would call a color or he call a country or something. No, that cadence that Dak is doing is smooth. Now, but I ain't gonna even go there, guys. Look, but what you don't get my train of thought off now. What he was talking about, someone not talking about someone that got all those interceptions, guys. Do you notice the trend now? The trend is, oh, they're not playing anybody. Now, before this, y'all never heard that. In the NFL time, come on, Patrick, now. Calm yourself down. In NFL times, y'all realize you didn't hear nobody say anything about, oh, what they playing. They're not playing anybody. They got Madacan. They started the thing because of Dak Prescott and Dallas Cowboys. Now, you mean to tell me, I'm talking to the football people out there. You mean to tell me someone gonna worry about who they playing? Now, y'all, this is what they're doing.
She says, please stop, Pops. Sharon.
What I'm gonna say is, what you need to do, put your fingers in your ear for right now, because Pop don't say this. Now, bottom line is just right here. All I'm saying is just right. I'm trying to make a point here. This thing about they're not playing anyone, they're playing Madacan. Man, nobody gets to say who they want to play. But look at this. Those Eagles, the San Francisco, look at 5 of those people that have played. Guess what? The 5 and 6 of those people they played, the same people we playing, they call Madacan. Now you let me say why they Madacans when we playing them, but the Eagles playing the same people, but they not Madacan. No, but they never say it. They never say anything about it. Let me finish it now. No one has never heard nobody say anything about Metacamp in San Francisco when the Eagles played these guys. This is what I'm talking about. When I looked at the schedule that Eagles got. 6 of those people they don't beat is the same people Dallas done beat. Come on, just let me do. The 6 of those people that Dallas beat the same. But the only Metacamp in Dallas played them. But you know what's going to happen? The reason it's important that we beat these guys because your momentum is getting up. See, this is what all of you are missing out. The momentum is getting up. Your attitude is getting up. Your confidence is getting up. And everybody know when that momentum get up in the NFL, it's hard to stop it. Now I'm telling y'all something. Cowboys are doing something that you ain't see. Everybody's so busy to talk about he ain't gonna make it through the playoffs. And you're taking your eye off the ball. You're taking your eye off the main things going on. Cowboys are winning. They are 8-3. The Eagles are 9-1. Y'all taking your eye off the ball. Keep taking your eye off, and pretty soon you're gonna look down and you're gonna see 9-9. And that thing you know, the Eagles got 3 teams they got to play that I'm guarantee they're gonna lose. Now they probably win one of them, but they can't lose not one game. Now Cowboys right on the heel. Now you can say what you want to say. 8-3, 9-1. They got to play them Bills. All I'm telling y'all is just this. You know who beat the Eagles? It was 20-something to 14. That was the Jets. You know who beat San Francisco? That was the Jets. Who beat the Jets? Cowboys beat them like they stole something. Y'all mean to tell me they don't mean anything? Keep doing that. That's why I'm sitting back. Keep doing that. And watch at the end of the season what's going to happen. I gave you the ball. I was going to give you the ball. Yeah. Come on now.
You can't hold it. Give it to me.
I'm just holding the ball. That's all.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I just want to make a point.
Right. Now, I gave Dallas their props. Dallas has been doing their thing this year as far as, winning. But my thing is, that's why this subject came up. Quarterback ratings. Dad was saying Dak is at the top of everything. Cool. But is it the Dallas team? Are they that good, or are they just a product of their schedule? That's the thing we're looking at. And then another thing is they do good the regular season. No argument here. But can they keep this up when the playoffs start? That's the thing. And I'm not hating on them. I'm giving them props. I'm just saying it like it is.
But guys, I'm going to make an answer quick. This is a new season. No one can predict what's going to happen. I know a lot of you want to say, you don't know. You're just guessing. The bottom line is every time a new season set in, you got these draft picks, you got all that. Guys, I'm telling you, you want it not to happen, but you don't know what's going to happen. When you get in the playoffs, it's a different game. And what I'm seeing with Dallas with all this momentum, you can close your eyes if you want to. Something is happening with that team. And we're going to get into it. We got a lot of stuff to ask y'all. Something happening with that team. It's different.
Yeah, Chris. Chris says, what's going on, Brandon? What's going on, Ryan, by the way?
What's up? What's going on?
Chris says, who in the hell actually says you was a bad quarterback? Bradshaw, outside of the Steelers fans, said nobody would talk about Bradshaw outside of Steelers fans as saying that man was a bad man.
Okay.
I guess it applies to you.
I mean,
okay. Well,
I don't think it's. This is going. No offense, Chris.
What's up, Brandon?
That comment is not even worthy of responding to. It's just like
no, yes, it is. He made a point there.
No, yeah. I'm just saying, like a lot of people talking about Bradshaw. They don't say he's the greatest of all time, but a lot of people say he's the best quarterback of that era.
One of the best.
I'm gonna quote Mike Tomlin again. I've already quoted Travis as saying that this stats can be misleading. They can be misleading. But I'm going to quote Mike Tomlin. This is a results-oriented profession, period. End quote. At the end of the day, what's the results? When your career is said and done, you look back over your career. Yeah, you look at the stats, but also what did you accomplish? What kind of player was you? Did you have heart? Did you have grit? Did you have longevity? Did you overcome hard, challenges and obstacles during your career? Did you ever have games where it didn't look like you was gonna win? You came back and won. Did you win championships? Like all these things all these players that we're talking about had all of those things and all those qualities. Every last one of them, including Terry Bradshaw. Now, am I gonna say he had the highest IQ? Was he the most graceful quarterback? Did he have the best stats? No, but dang, he found a way to win. At the end of the day, dang. I mean, what more do you want?
I agree. I think what he's saying is, when people talk about the top quarterbacks, ain't nobody's gonna say Bradshaw first. Like,
no, because he was first. It wasn't the best.
He's an afterthought.
Yeah, all I said is
he's not gonna be like I'm saying when you talk about the top, that now you won't mention him.
Remember,
He
we
one
said-
of the best.
We
He's number
said,
4.
We said of that
3 or
era.
4.
Of that era.
He one of the best of that
Well,
era.
I'm talking about all times though.
No,
Just
no,
that-
no. I'm not talking
not
about-
just the era.
No. See,
that's what he's saying.
No. See, we talking about two different things,
I
which
know,
is
but
why.
that's what he's saying.
Okay.
Which is why I kind of not
He one of the best of
disregarded
there. He was one of the best.
Pops. At the end of the day, who is the
You put the ball on the court.
yeah? At the end of the day, which quarterback had the best results and the best outcome for the 1970s? Which quarterback had the best outcome for the 1970s? The best results.
Okay.
I want y'all to, out there in video land and in the comments, name all the quarterbacks that you can remember that were the top
You already
quarterbacks in
broke that
1970s.
down.
There wasn't much competition.
You
back
already
then,
broke that
honestly.
down,
You
Patrick.
being real.
You already broke it down. You
Right,
went,
Do you think there was a lot of competition back then for
Yeah.
quarterbacks?
Tarkenton was one of them.
Yeah,
Namath was playing. We passed up on Namath to get Bradshaw.
So do you think
That's what
Bradshaw
I'm
was
telling
better
you.
than Namath?
And he
and
wasn't.
then,
And he wasn't.
Ken Stabler was one
Okay,
of
do
them.
you think Bradshaw's better than Namath? Not just the Super Bowl. I'm talking about just the quarterback, pure quarterback.
Stabler was
No, I don't think
left-handed.
he's a better quarterback than Namath.
Stabler was left-handed, but pound for pound, he's probably the best of his era.
But the way that it worked out, Namath didn't have as much success as Bradshaw.
Sharon say, Pops, you can't name a quarterback that was better than Bradshaw did.
We just named a few just then.
Well, even Patrick
Stabler
said,
was one of them.
even Patrick said Namath was,
And Joe was one of them.
Namath was better than
And-
Bradshaw.
well, yeah, we
You
just
asked-
named a few.
You asked me if I look at their individual.
Well,
just
we
them
just named
individuals,
a
I
few
think
just
Namath was
then.
better.
That's what I'm saying.
We just named a few.
All right.
But
Check this out.
But in terms of overall, when you look back on the 70s, Bradshaw was the best quarterback of that era.
He one of the better ones.
So how do y'all feel about Dak in his ratings?
So
and him?
We're not gonna do it.
can I address this real quick? Because Pops keeps saying one of the best.
He
One
was
of the
one
best.
of the best ones.
What would be the
I'm not
deciding
doing that.
factor between who the best quarterback was of that era and who wasn't? What all factors go into it?
The numbers
Okay, and what else?
and the stats would tell you all that.
And what else? And what else?
Because I don't want to talk about Steelers.
And what else? A lot of people don't want to talk about the Cowboys. When you get on the Cowboys,
We
we
don't have
talk
to
about them.
I be trying to get them off. They love talking about the Cowboys.
All right, well,
You do too.
that was your chance. Because every time
I ain't got nothing to say.
okay, all right, that was your chance. Because every time we said it, you say, "No, it's one of the best, not the best, one of the best." So I'm giving you a chance to argue your case.
I'm not gonna argue about it.
Okay, all right,
I love y'all talk. I don't even know where to put the ball, bro.
all right, you got it.
Come on now, you put it that way you want.
Go ahead,
I'm
Trap. You
saying
got it.
both y'all talking. to each
You
other.
got it.
All right. So y'all done with that subject, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So Ron and Brendan, welcome to the show. First of all,
What's up, guys?
and
What's up?
make that big, please, Pat.
Mhm.
I was telling Patrick to blow the screen.
yeah,
Take the quarter.
Let me know what you guys think about this topic.
Now we can see.
We'll start with you, Ron.
I think Bradshaw was good at in his era.
that's all I was
To
saying.
me, every era got a GOAT. Does that make sense?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at football. You got Joe Montana, you got Ted
Absolutely.
Bradshaw, you got they all,
Stabler.
right. You got all these great quarterbacks that were good in that era.
Yeah.
He wasn't much well Super Bowl, but they say pound for pound, he's probably the better one.
I mean,
Left-handed at that.
but I just saying they all were good in their
Yeah.
own era.
Mhm.
So
I look at it as
And they was. That's good. That's
who
good.
the best
Yeah.
overall, not just their era.
Yes, that's
how I
right.
look
So
at it.
Stabler was in the same era as Bradshaw, and Stabler
Yeah.
did not win the championship.
I just said
Bradshaw
did.
Bradshaw in the 70s and Montana in the 80s were like Michael Jordan in the 90s. They
But-
stopped all the teams from getting championships. Everybody
But-
had to go through the Bulls, and guess what?
but
Nobody
if you-
ate. Michael Jordan
Look,
was the only one. Michael Jordan
look,
was the only one that ate. Am I
look.
right?
Look, they all were good in their
Yep.
own era. You
In
gotta
their
give them their props.
Gotta give him their props. That's right.
That's
Mhm.
exactly right. So Pops brought up-
Everybody was good.
I say he was one of the great. When I say he wasn't great,
Sharon said she's waiting on your answer about who.
Adam
better
already
than
gave the
Bradshaw.
grade. With him named 3 names. I ain't naming anymore. That's 3 names with him named. That's enough.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now
We've
Travis
already
asked,
done that.
now here's a question. Travis asked me a question of like Brady is definitely the GOAT of this era. But if I put Tom Brady and Peyton Manning side by side and say who individually overall is the best quarterback in every type of category, the way they play and all that stuff, it's arguable you can go either way.
Oh, Peyton Manning.
That's what I'm. That's my point.
Yeah,
So when you asked me about Namath earlier, individually compared to Bradshaw, I have to say, yeah, I think Namath was a better quarterback individually. You know, like
when it comes to clutch and pure winning,
clutch and
Tom
pure
Brady,
winning,
you ain't beat Brady.
yeah. But when it comes to clutch and pure winning, Bradshaw was that dude. He found a way to win. So
Right.
all I'm saying is, I mean, that's the difference between the two. So, you know, you can argue both, but that's all I was saying, Ron. What you were saying in that era.
Right. And
Pops brought up Ken Stabler. Stabler was in that era, but guess
Right,
who?
he was
Guess who
good
ate?
too.
Stabler didn't eat. Bradshaw ate. You know what I'm saying?
well, what I'm saying, everybody got their own
I'm
era.
telling you, Stabler.
That's right.
All these great quarterbacks had their own era.
That's right.
Whatever.
So you cannot.
Whatever. Okay, go
That's
ahead.
true. That's right, Ron. I agree. He's saying the same thing I am.
Yeah,
Right.
Pop,
Brandon, what's your take on it?
I'm not gonna jerk my chains on that.
Yeah, about the same thing. I look at it the same way. Like every era had the ones that was top dog. Brady and Peyton Manning, them the ones I think of all top from the 2000s on up
Absolutely.
until this new crop of quarterbacks. But you know, you always had them same boat of ones that we always think of.
All right. So, like,
I agree 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't want to harp on it too much. I got to do it though. But we talk about QB ratings. Listen, I'm going to say it one more time so there's no misconception. I give Dak his flowers. He is probably the best regular season quarterback we've seen for the last 4 years, maybe.
Yeah.
4
Yeah.
years. I have never had a qualm about that.
Me neither.
You know, Travis has never had a qualm about that. Our only thing is Dallas has 2 humps to overcome. They have to rewrite their story and their legacy in 2 ways before we could say that they have broken through and then climbed a little bit further up that hill, as the old folks would say. One is playoff wins. You know, get to the playoffs, of course. They overcame that hump. I give them that. They overcame that hump. They made it back to the playoffs. Am I right? 6 years ago, right? 7 years ago? They got to where they were starting to show up in the playoffs. But when they show up in the playoffs, as Brandon so kindly puts it, Mr. January, when January shows up, and when January shows up, guess what? They might win one, but they ain't winning no more than that. That's one hump they got to overcome. And then the other hump they got to overcome, of course, is, and I got so many things I'm trying to play, is beating teams over 500. Because believe it or not, that's a stat that can fly under the radar if you don't keep up with stats. It's just like with the Steelers. I love my team, but we've only won 3 playoff games since 2013, 10 years. Now, we've gone to some AFC championships because we had first round buys because we had 12, 13 win seasons, but still legitimate wins in the playoffs where we play the game and win, only 3. That's a stat that'll go under the radar. But how can a team that good, like, same thing with Dallas, a team that plays that great in the regular season, guess what? When they play teams that are over 500, they lose.
That's
Facts.
Is that fact?
So with that
Is
being
it fact
said,
or not?
until they overcome those 2 humps right there, then you can say they climb further up the hill, and then you can say, okay, now we're talking. Now that's a chink in their armor that they don't have anymore. That's not a knock against them. Because right now, as great as they are during the regular season, those are still knocks against them.
And I want to just be the first to say that's all I've ever said this whole time. Like, when I don't jump up and down whenever they beat the Giants, Carolina Panthers, and the way they do it or whatever, it's not because no hate and nothing like that, but it's like I've seen this before. Show me you can do it in the playoffs. And I heard you say, like, well, San Francisco lost. I mean, Philly lost to the Jets or whatever. Yeah, they did that. But you look at their schedule and all these over 500 teams they playing, they're beating them also, not just the teams that's under 500 and be like, oh, well, they lost that game right there. Because it's the same thing like with San Francisco, who was the team that they lost to that nobody thought they should have lost to.
Right.
Jets was one.
And this is my thing also, Brandon. Like,
San Francisco.
Yeah.
San
All
Francisco
these-
Jets beat San Francisco?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who did the Jets? Who did San Francisco lose to that have you like?
They lost.
Hey,
They lost to 3 teams they shouldn't have lost
The
to.
Browns.
Who did?
Browns
Brown's probably gonna be in the playoff. Brown's
yeah,
probably gonna be in the
Browns,
playoffs though.
yeah,
But
Browns
they
number-
still was a team they
Browns
shouldn't have
number
beat.
1 defense.
Yeah,
bro.
they're the number one
Yeah,
defense,
they're
and,
number
They
one
legit.
defense.
and they're above 500 team,
Yes.
But I look at
and they have the fifth
offense.
playoff spot right now in the AFC.
See, that is the difference. If we look at it like this, NFC, let's just leave the AFC out of it. Let's look at the NFC side. When we look at the playoffs, who we all pretty much know gonna be there. Dallas, San Francisco, Philly. Them are the 3 main ones that are the biggest threats there. Now, if you San Francisco, you looking at Philly and Dallas. San Francisco know that they owe Philly from last year, so to speak, because they put them out to go to the Super Bowl. Philly knows that they beat San Francisco and they got Dallas looming, especially with the whole division thing, whatever. But then you look at Dallas, okay, who do y'all got to conquer? San Francisco and Philadelphia.
Yep.
And this is just reality. Like everybody else now, this is when you look at that schedule, who played, who did what, whatever. When you get down to the nitty gritty, it's gonna be them 3 teams.
Mhm.
You got 2 of them that know what they could do to the other. Well, San Francisco and Philly this year, we gotta see how that go. But Dallas, y'all got them 2 that y'all staring at. Like when it comes to them, what y'all gonna do against them? It ain't gonna be no Giants, no Carolina, no Rams, no Washington. It's gonna be those guys. So then,
That's a good point.
y'all got the team to be able to do it. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just, are y'all going to do it? We all gonna wait and see. But I just don't jump up and down on nothing that y'all do right now. I have done. It's Bland, he 5 pick sixes in the season, all that stuff. That's impressive, But some of that other sidebar attention, we're not doing that one. We're not gonna do that one.
Like
Because-
Dallas is like Dak Prescott's cadence.
Yeah,
Like it means anything.
here we go. I'll be tripping off of it, but hey,
you done?
it's working for him, I guess. But we'll just see where it go, man. That's all I can say. Like I said, I'll be the first. Y'all make it past that second round, I'll be the first one to be like, hey, you did it. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Now go on, do whatever y'all gonna do.
Absolutely.
But that's just my stance. That second round.
Let me say this. When you say we, who are we?
What you mean?
You said we gotta wait and see we don't
Everybody, all of us.
No, it's not everybody.
It is
Yeah,
everybody.
it is, because
I'm talking to the gentleman, okay?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Come on now, let's do
My
this
fault,
right.
my
We think
fault.
professional. When you say we, you gotta be channeling in yourself or just the people you know, because you're not speaking for the whole nation. So don't say we. You're not.
you want to know why I
But there
say
are
we?
people
Because
come on, let's be straight. There are people that disagree with you. You don't find some people that disagree with you. Don't say you haven't. So we are not everybody. It's just you and who you come in contact with, or who you read, or who you heard. But you don't know we, because that's a big nation you're talking about.
Isn't that all of us?
No, that's not all of us. 'Cause I'm not with y'all, so it's not all of us. Now the bottom line is this right here.
Cowboy fan.
no,
No, what I mean
you complicating it. I'm saying
No, I'm not trying to come
football,
to Brandon. I just
America,
asked you who was we. Brandon, I just asked you who was we.
everybody that are football fans that watch football in the playoffs and basically
Okay.
that have to listen. Basically, America, being that y'all are America's team, we have to hear about America's team all the time. So we have no choice but to see and hear what y'all do.
Okay, you done?
They go
You
that
done?
hot man.
Are you done? Because I don't want to interrupt you.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
The bottom line, and I appreciate what you. Some of the things you say, I can get on board with that. But here go the thing that I don't agree with you on. You say you don't jump up and down when we do something good. You shouldn't, because you're not a fan. We're gonna be straight with you now. There ain't no way you're not a fan. You're gonna jump up and down the Dallas Cowboys and say hello or hallelujah. You don't supposed to. That's one. I think we can't stand. You know, the second thing that I know is what you're saying that ain't got no truth to it. You see, I'm not gonna say hate. When you don't have a lot of love for a team, they ain't much they're gonna do, gonna make you jump up and down anyway. You're not gonna look at the stats. You say this thing that Dallas, this thing that Prescott is doing, which have the most touchdown in the league right now. That don't mean nothing to y'all. You said Bland. Oh yeah, he's doing a little 6-pick down the middle. You know what? A ball is a football. When someone let that ball go, he got a chance. He's gonna get another from somebody else. So you guys keep forgetting this guy's taking balls from people. Now, suppose he get 1 or 2 from whoever you talking about is better than us. And if he take them back to the house like he's been doing, that's gonna kill whoever it is.
Let's not do the hypothetical.
Well, I didn't interrupt you, Brandon. Come on now, you gotta be straight with me. You made the point that Bland, yeah, he all right, but he's taking balls to the house. Everybody on this podcast understand he's taking balls, and that ball ain't gonna say, "Now I'm coming from San Francisco. You can't take me to the house." That ain't the way it works. When you throw the ball out there, this cat is taking the balls to the house. Come on now,
See,
do what I'm going by what you said. No,
it's never.
Brandon, now look, as be professional, I listen to you. I didn't interrupt you.
All
But
right.
you don't like what I'm saying. Nobody, y'all guys don't like when Dallas people make sense. But you're gonna hear this, bro. Because I listen to you. I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna be no longer. I'm just gonna say this. You know the thing that you said that's really crazy. This is what everybody said, not just you. A lot of people saying this. And I know it ain't everybody. See, I'm not gonna say the whole Dallas nation is saying, well, we're worried. We ain't gonna make it through the play. Ain't nobody worried about that. You know why? Because it's different now. Everybody that's going to the playoffs got to get over that hump. The San Francisco, a few years. How long it's been since they've been back to the Super Bowl and won it? Think about what we're saying. And Kansas City, it ain't no guarantee they're gonna win now. It's not no guarantee. San Francisco lost 3 games back to back. That's the weak link right there. We seen a chink in that. But I'm gonna tell you what I think what will happen to the Cowboys. They building up momentum. Their confidence is up, and that defense we got, y'all can say what you want to say. When they beat us before, we had 3 people. We had a bunch of people hurt when we played San Francisco at first. We didn't have the receivers weren't even coming up the part. They went on deck. Only one we had was CD Lamb. Since then, Brandon, everybody them came to eat. You got Cook, you got Turpin, and Gallup came around again. And those tight ends, we didn't have those guys. I'm telling you now, I'm not gonna blow their horn for them. You guys keep saying, they're not gonna make it to the playoff. The forest is in front of the trees. The trees in front of the forest. You guys are looking, y'all eyes is on. They're not gonna make it to the playoff. Keep doing that.
Hey,
You know, a while back, now I'm just gonna tell you, a while back, we was like, look, we didn't have 8, we had 6, we had 7. Now we got 8 and 3. All I'm telling you is this: there's 3 teams that everybody's saying that got a chance to win that Super Bowl. This is what the NFL say. That is San Francisco and Philly and Dallas. You know the reason they keep saying Dallas? Because what Dallas doing ain't no plaything. They're doing things that teams ain't never done in the NFL. You guys don't want to see it. But you know what?
hold on, wait a minute.
No, I'm just being honest with you. That Bland, Jay, all of them done it. Now, I'm just saying, and I'm right or wrong. They're doing things they've never been done in the NFL before. That's the truth. But you know what, guys? I'm going to say this, I'm going to leave it alone. I believe that Dak Prescott is playing better. You know, you guys said, he threw 17 or 15 interceptions. How many he throw now? Everybody else throw more than he have. That's a change right there. The boy playing clean games, ain't even giving up the ball. You can't say that ain't already them changed. You mean to tell me you don't see the change in him? This guy is taking that team on his shoulders and he commanded it. And I'm telling you something, his confidence up now. Philly, they beat us a few weeks ago, but we know they had help. But they coming to Dallas, and Dallas don't lose at Dallas. Let's watch that game. Now, if they get beat, guys, I'll come back and say they got beat. But they come in our stadium and we don't lose. If they got to beat us now, because those referees that was with them, they ain't gonna be the same ones. They got to beat Dallas at home, but Dallas ain't taking no prisoners. And I got a feeling when that happens, you know what y'all gonna say about that? Well, you know this happened. Y'all still gonna make excuses. You're not gonna get that guy his credit. Nobody will, because he's Cowboy. And I'm telling you again, things are different, guys. I'm seeing a different trend. I don't know about y'all, but one more thing he said earlier about San Francisco. A lost game is a lost game. They lost 3 back-to-back. Cowboys ain't lost nothing back-to-back. You say, well, they playing powder cake. Everybody out there professionals, all of them getting paid millions of dollars, all of them NFL professional players. You guys saying they powder cakes? No, they're not. Those guys can beat you at any given time. The Jets proved it. The Jets beat the powerful Eagles. They beat San Francisco. But Dallas played with them like they were playing with your food. Now, you can say that don't mean nothing. I think it means something.
Pops, who did y'all lose to? Because I hear you mentioning who they lost to. Who did y'all lose to?
I'm glad you said it. We lost to the Cardinals. We lost to San Francisco. We lost to the Eagles. That's it.
Why? Why did you lose to them?
They was better that day. No, it's easy to talk. They were better that day.
Oh, okay.
That's another question. I'm just going to tell you the truth. We're better that day. But any given Sunday, anybody can lose.
But you say that, but I just sat here, hear you throw in with the refs. We didn't have this person. We didn't have that person.
Bro,
they ain't gonna be the same refs this time.
No. You see what happened to San Francisco when they didn't have their receiver? They look pretty ordinary, didn't they? They look pretty weak. Don't tell me good players don't make a difference.
They got them back now, right?
You know what? That game happened about 5 weeks ago.
Yep.
And Dallas lost that game, but it's 5 weeks ago, bro.
And see, but I told you that in a message when we were talking the other day. I said,
and I said the same thing to you in my message. I said that's gone.
Yeah, and in that message, I said I don't see if Philly played the Jets right now again, they will beat them. If y'all play the Cardinals,
you don't know that because Jets beat them.
No, hold on. Wait a minute.
No, you can't do it. Jets beat them conventionally. Now you're gonna say they're gonna beat them next time. You can't say that. They didn't beat them the first time. One they can beat them the second time. If Eagles beat us the first time, y'all say we can't beat them. What makes you think that they can beat the Jets again then? And it's the same thing, guys. The Jets beat this team, but you said they play them the second time they can beat them. That's where I feel about Eagles in San Francisco. They beat us the first time. The second time, I think we can beat them back. But you don't think that can happen, do you? But you think they can beat the Jets. The Jets beat them. Come on, bro. You need to get together now. Be straight up. If the Jets beat you, what makes you think you're gonna beat the Jets next time?
You handing me the ball?
Hey, she just said something that didn't make sense there. They'll beat the Jets next time.
All right, Brandon. I'm gonna let you respond to that before I go in on this.
Yeah.
And then I think Ron wanted to say something too.
Did you mute him, pal?
No.
He's trying to think. He's trying to get said.
Brandon, I think you muted on your end.
Okay. I said the Jets. I said when the Jets beat Philly, I said if they were to play again right now, I would think that the Philly would beat them. Just like I said, I was about to say if Dallas played the Cardinals again right now, I think Dallas would beat the Cardinals. Now you won't retort that, I bet.
No, listen. And I'm feeling you when you said that. I ain't got no problem with what you just said. No problem whatsoever. I agree with you.
And I want to say also, Deborah Beatty says San Francisco 49ers. She said, she said you guys talk about San Francisco and Philly and Dallas, but you guys forget about the Lions. I ain't forget about the Lions. I said Lions earlier.
Look, I ain't forgot about the Lions.
Lions is one of the top dogs. They will be there too also.
Hey, y'all, I'm going to tell you something.
And then Dallas got, like I say, see, it's going to get real for Dallas because Dallas got Seattle. They got Miami. They got some teams with some winning records coming up. So we're going to find out real quick. Let
me say what he said, what he meant to say. All these teams got some good teams coming up. All of them got this. Not just Dallas. Steelers, San Francisco going to play some big boys. That's better than them. Philly is going to play the Bills. Bills ain't no joke. That quarterback they got ain't no joke. So don't just sit there and say Dallas got a lot. All of them.
Overrated.
Yeah, of course you say that. No, but all I'm saying is this, guy. All of them got. This is where the tire hit the rubber, right? All I'm telling y'all is this right now. You're looking at what Cowboys got to play. They all got tough teams ahead. But you know why y'all so tensed on Dallas? Because you don't like Dallas Cowboys. But all of them got teams they play that could make a difference. And Philly can't afford to make one more mistake because Cowboys on their heel. But think about it.
You got to understand, though.
Come on now.
Okay, I got the ball now, Dad. I got the ball. You got to understand now. You said Philly can't afford to make a mistake, which is true. But y'all can't either because y'all got hard teams coming up just like they do.
I said that. They all got that.
So what I'm saying is if y'all make a mistake and they keep doing what they're doing or whatever, y'all
Of
still
course, of
you're still
course.
gonna be behind them.
Of
regardless.
course,
That's
of
what I'm saying.
course.
So it's gonna get real for y'all. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. It's the same thing
Yeah.
last year. Y'all know when we got in there last year, Phillips was in front of us. Y'all don't forgot? When we went to the playoffs last year, Phillips was still a game or so ahead of us when we got there. Y'all remember that, right? So by them being a game ahead, it doesn't matter. Dallas still gonna get to the playoff. And they'll have to play more teams probably. But the bottom line is, I said that the pressure's on Philly, not Dallas.
Now the pressure's on y'all.
Yeah. Of course, because you don't like Cowboys.
Because Philly done been there, done that, and won the Super Bowl not too long ago.
All I'm telling you
the
is that,
pressure is on y'all to get there and dethrone.
man, do you know how many times they don't won a Super Bowl?
Listen,
You're just talking crazy.
how am I talking crazy, Dad? What I'm saying makes sense. The pressure's on y'all because y'all can't get over the hump, so the pressure's on y'all.
Okay.
Now, Ron,
You
what
keep
want to
saying
say?
we can't get over the hump. Well, you're gonna say that and I can't sit on the back.
No, you can, but Ron wanted to get in here. But go ahead. You can.
Oh, I know what you want. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
No, go ahead. Ron, let him say this.
No,
first.
I'm done. I just don't like the fact that you guys leave something to chance to say y'all can get over the hump. Now keep remembering, when you say stuff like that, that's y'all opinion. Everybody not like I was telling brothers Brandon a while ago. When you say stuff like we, that's your opinion. You just use we as
And then it's your opinion.
Come on now, I got my hand on the ball now. And yes, it is my opinion. I don't say stuff like we. I said the bottom line is this: everybody in Cowboy Nation don't believe that we ain't got a chance. Do y'all realize how many people there is in the Cowboy Nation? How big we are? You trying to tell me all the Cowboy Nation agree with the same thing Brandon said? Nah, come on, y'all know better than that. That's why y'all don't like us, because we believe positive stuff about us.
Hey, Dad, but what I'm saying though.
Let Brandon, let
Okay.
talk.
Ron, I'm gonna let you get in 1 second. But what I'm saying is is not an opinion. If you ain't been getting over the hump, we say you gotta get over the hump. That's a fact. That's not an opinion.
We did get over the hump.
An opinion.
Okay.
The hump we got over, we finally won a playoff game. Did not. No.
You gotta get past
Answer the question.
But that's what we're talking
You guys
about.
said we won't win a playoff game, and we probably we did win a playoff. That's a hump broken, right? Did it? Is it not? That's scary. Is it not? Is it not? Travis, I'm asking you. Did we not win a playoff game?
Yeah, but we saying.
No, yeah, but did we?
Dad, I'm telling you, gonna let me talk.
You're gonna take it and take it back. Ain't that something?
Okay, but what Brandon was saying while ago, what we're saying is, yeah, you can get past the first round, but can you get past the second round? Can you get past the third? Can you get to the Super Bowl? That's what we're talking about.
We should see.
Dad.
We should see. But Cowboys, they ain't like they don't know how to do it.
So that's what we're
They've
saying.
been there a few times.
Now, Ron, what you got to say?
My whole thing is, I mean, you talked about this, Travis and Pops.
What is that?
Y'all do your Dallas Cowboys.
It's not that one. It's not that one.
Do you hear a sound run in there? Can y'all hear all that?
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Dallas Cowboys been doing this for the last 15 years. Y'all do good during the season. Then when playoffs get here, y'all come up with every excuse in the book.
No.
And even you got Michael Irvin over here fretting bullets. Every time y'all get to the playoffs. So my thing is, y'all do good during the season, but when playoffs get here, y'all choke. Y'all choke.
Let it finish, y'all.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
And y'all keep on saying, well, this maybe next year, maybe next year, maybe next year. But when gonna be the year y'all get over the hump?
Blow that up.
You want me to you want me to answer it?
Yes.
It's like anything else, Ron. Have you ever seen?
Backstage, man.
I'm gonna let them get through talking first.
No, I'm trying to get Patrick on.
Have you ever seen someone that says, "Next time I'll get it"? They keep losing. Next time I get it, and sooner or later, they'll say, "I finally won." Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. You talking about Dallas Cowboys? You ain't talking about no chump team. You talking about a franchise team that's been there 5 times. All I'm telling you is this: you answer the question. I'm gonna give you an answer. Yeah, you keep trying until what happens? Until you make it happen. Ain't nothing wrong with a try, bro. The trying is what makes professional. It's what bleeds champions. So sooner or later, that old dog keeps scratching at your door. Sooner or later, that scratch become a hole. I don't care what you say. Sooner or later, you keep trying, and sooner or later, you're gonna pass. You're gonna make it. So
then it's Detroit turn.
I'm talking to Ron now. Hold on. Ron, don't you think for 1 minute? I know you've seen some things that you don't try it and you keep failing. And sooner or later, one day, it happened. Ain't you done been in a situation where you keep trying to do something and it don't never happen? All of a sudden, one day it does. See, God is like that. He's just like that. Dallas Cowboys, they make it into the playoffs for the last 4 or 5 seasons. Guys, any team that keep hanging around like that, there's a reason. Remember, Pop said it. And when we do break through, I ain't gonna even say I told you so.
Nah, you heard it right, Kevin. Kevin said, rewind that back. Did Pop just say, I don't use words like we and they, and then come right back and say, we as the
Yeah.
Cowboys
A lot of
Nation
times.
right
Listen,
after?
listen.
Maybe
And a
I
lot
misheard that.
Can I
And
address it?
then Deborah Beatty says, Seahawks are out for blood now. They usually lose 3 in a row. But Dallas better look out because Dallas isn't a good. They isn't good against the NFC West other than the Rams.
Yes. And then Deborah also
Let
said,
me finish.
I'm
Okay.
gonna talk a little bit because he ain't talking yet.
and Deborah also made a good point earlier. She said that, San Francisco did lose 3 in a row, but they've also won 3 in a row. And those are against over 500 teams. So it seemed
No.
it would lend.
San Fran was in a slump. That's all.
Yeah, that's all it was. Now
And Cowboys won, but they lost.
it would.
Y'all was in a slump too. I said that.
So it would. One would be led to believe, reasonably, that San Francisco has turned the corner, and they've got themselves together. Right? You can conclude from that. They lost 3 in a row. They won 3 in a row. Teams hit slumps all the time.
Oh,
There was this one team I knew that had a couple of periods of time in the season like that. Barely made it into the playoffs as a number 6 seed wild card. Had to play all their games on the road and ended up winning the Super Bowl.
The Giants.
And then the Steelers. 2 teams, only 2 teams to ever do it.
no one did it like the Giants.
So with that being said, teams get slumps. That doesn't mean that they can't be a contender. And that's all I'll say about that.
Okay,
I missed your
let me
comment.
address that.
I
Let
did
me
want-
address what you just said.
I did want to address one more thing. Kevin, I will give you this,
God
and
damn.
I can see that Tarkenton, like
Don't go back to that, bro.
when Travis asked me about Joe Namath compared to Terry Bradshaw in terms of individual quarterback play, you could argue that Tarkenton was a better quarterback. So that wasn't what my whole point was saying that in terms of overall results for the 70s decade, that's all I was saying is that Bradshaw, in my opinion, was the best quarterback of the era because they were the most successful and they won the most. But would I say that he's individually skilled, a better quarterback than Namath or Tarkenton? I can't say that. So you have a point there. I just
you know better.
yeah, but I just wanted to address that. I didn't get a chance to address it. So
But I would like to say that Brandon, you touched on it earlier, but like I said, congratulations though to Deron Bland for breaking the record for most TVs. You know what I mean? Pick sixes with 6, and then having 7 interceptions over the year. I gotta give him his credit on that. The boy came in and did what he did, and I predicted this. If y'all remember earlier in the season, I said Deron Bland is gonna come in and get more interceptions because they're gonna challenge him more, thinking he's not gonna be able to handle it. And the boy's going to play outstanding, and he did that. So I just wanted to say that.
here's another question before I have it into Pops.
Uh,
Come on, y'all.
Your-
Y'all got to take the ball.
Your opinion.
it's coming this way, Pat.
Okay, your opinion. You see many situations where a quarterback gets hurt or has to be out, another quarterback comes in. Perfect example, Dak and Romo. The quarterback that comes in, if a quarterback or a skill position player, cornerback, running back, whatever, comes in and they keep the play where it was or maybe just a little bit more, then you say, he did his job, he filled the shoes. The original player comes back, you put him back in, you keep going. But if a player comes in and they raise the level of competition, the level of play, everything is raised to such an extent where it's a noticeable difference. And they create such a tremendous wave with that rise in play and that rise in output. When the original player gets ready to come back in, the question is, do you put him back in and risk the chance of crashing that wave, or do you
Nope.
keep riding that wave while you got the momentum?
That's
You
what we
keep-
were
That's
talking
the
about
question.
earlier.
And we talk.
You
That's
keep-
another subject we want to get into.
So how do you
You
guys?
keep-
What do you guys
See,
feel
you
on
just
this?
changed the subject. You should have held on till we got through with this.
Wait a minute.
Now
You
you
keep
understand why I said wait? Patrick, you just went into another subject. We're going to do that next.
Okay. It was Dallas. It was a,
But the point we was on the first subject. Remember that? What that was? You forgot names because you went into that one.
We covered all of it.
I thought we covered it.
Did you remember you told me to wait until you do the next? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, what?
That ain't even matter.
No, I'm saying then we got talking about the Ron
We was
Bland.
still on the end of what Ron said, and you said, "Wait a minute, let me do
Okay,
this."
we're
then.
finished. Go ahead and finish it. Fine.
The bottom line is this guy. Patrick made us thing.
Put the ball on your side.
I'm
You
just
got
holding
the
it down
ball.
right there.
Yeah, why you putting it over here?
What does it matter? I got my
Because I
hands.
got to rest my hands.
I was
Bob.
leaving the ball laying. You know, that's being petty, man. That's just petty.
I put the ball
But
over here in the center. I'm like,
I'm
bro, I
laying
gotta
the
rest
ball
my
down,
hands.
holding it while I'm laying
Okay,
there.
all right.
That's petty.
this is-
Guys, the bottom line is this. See, my boys trying to be petty.
This is
the
comedy
bottom
gold later. Later, this is gonna be comedy gold later.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Y'all mess up my train of
He
thought.
trying
You
to
really-
laugh. He trying to hold
No, you messing with train of thought. The bottom line is this here.
He was trying not to laugh.
Come on, guys. Come on. The bottom line is he say, what he was saying is when Trey get back, should you put Trey back in there? You know why Trey got to go back in there? Because Michael Paulson and Trey, this is their team. I know you got shaking your head, but that's why y'all team's not doing good because you moving people around too much. But let me tell you about what Trey did.
Wow.
He had that Deion Sanders-like thing. They wasn't even throwing at him. They were scared of him.
There you go.
But wait a minute, let me make my point.
Stop saying
You know what,
Diggs
guys?
is comparable to Deion. He's not.
But ain't that my opinion?
Yeah, but
Okay, no, stop. Just stop.
But your
Every
opinion-
time I make a point, these guys make a point, I won't say a word.
But you're comparing
But
him to
the
Deion
reason you don't
Sanders,
want
man.
this point because I'm finna say what the Cowboys are saying.
But you're comparing him to Deion. I'm sorry.
I said Deion like. That's what they
He's
saying.
not Deion like.
Travis, why you gonna let me finish? When they got to the point they wouldn't even throw it over there, is that not Deion like? Now all of you watched the Cowboys. When Diggs was playing, they got to the point they wouldn't even throw at him. Am I lying? I want to see what y'all be straight up now. They wouldn't even throw at the guy. If he got an interception, he had to run and get it from somewhere else. It got to the point you can laugh all you want to. This is a fact. It got to the point they wouldn't even try him. That's why it got to the point they wouldn't even throw at Diggs. See? So the bottom line is this: Diggs wasn't only lead. He didn't only get 14 interceptions last year. No one's done that yet. Bland got 6 picks, but my man got 14 interceptions. That's the difference now. Okay, here's the thing that Diggs does.
Which he won't do.
Come on now, you don't know that. That's hate. That's just hate. The bottom line is this: you know what Diggs did? They wouldn't throw the ball. Diggs go take the ball. Remember last year twice, a guy caught a pass, run into the end zone. Diggs come up behind and knock the ball out of his hand. Many people could do that. That's how Diggs, how important. You know, I ain't gonna even blow the horn. Diggs is one of those guys, those generation players. Now y'all talking about not putting him in. Imagine both of them being at the same time. See, this is what you're missing. You take Diggs on side and put Bland on side and put Moore. Wait a minute, just let me make the point. Put all 3 of them guys in at one time. What's gonna happen? You guys talking about who's a bet? I know you didn't say this, but these guys don't realize. Put them 2 guys in there at the same time. One on this end, one and put Gilmore right in the middle. Can you see what can happen? They can start something that ain't never been done before.
Chris Garcia said 17 picks. By the way.
All I'm saying is right now, why take out one and put them both in? If you got something good, put it all in there. That's what y'all are missing out on. We want something that's going to be unimpeccable. Diggs on one side, Bland on the other side, and Gilmore. Or put Bland right back in the center. But I say leave him out there and put Trey on the other side. They got to throw somewhere. All 3 of those guys in at one time, guys, that's what Cowboy fans are looking for. See, you guys are not the fans. You're saying, why put one of them back in there? Put them all out there. Think about it.
Are you giving me the ball?
Yeah, I'm done. That's what everybody was thinking about. Don't
All
take
right.
nobody. I put them all in.
So, do you guys got any comment on this before we go to the next subject?
Ron, why you throw your head like that, Ron?
Because I made a point.
I'm driving.
Ron.
I'm listening and driving right now.
I just got.
I got you.
Well, I want to touch on
But
this.
Brandon, you see what I was saying
Right.
about putting them all out there. You see that, didn't you, Brandon?
Ron gave the old church hand. Just
Hey, guys.
sorry.
Put them all out there, everybody.
But
All right, next subject, next topic.
that's before we do
The
that.
Washington Commanders fired Jack Del Rio and defensive back coach Brett Belsemeyer. How do you guys feel about that?
You know it's gonna happen. Cowboys put that beating on them so bad. He said it's already going that way.
I'm gonna say this before Pop.
Go ahead, Ron.
They should fire you the head coach too.
Yes.
Oh, that's coming. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Because I feel like how you gonna win and you trade your best pass rushers to another team.
Right.
Because right
Want me to answer that for you?
Wait a minute, you asking to lose. You trading your best people away. You asking to take the L.
Did you know why they did that?
Pop don't say because y'all beat them.
No. Why they got rid of their players? I'm asking. See, you're not listening to your question.
Okay, answer it.
The reason they got rid of those guys, they refurbishing it, they clean the house, they starting over again. That's why they did that. They're looking for the draft now. They done already started thinking about next year. They done already gave up on that. That's why they done it.
But
That's why you get rid of your main people. You clean the house. You
I
starting
just-
over again. That's why they done it.
I just
They already know they wasn't going to win.
Okay, then.
I'm talking to Ron. I wanted to understand what was going on.
I just said that.
But this my thing. Yeah, I agree with Pops. What he's saying, like, yeah, they traded their guys out because they already looking forward next year, draft picks and everything. See, Ron Rivera doing that because he thinking he's gonna have next year to do that, which he don't realize he just doomed himself by doing that.
Right.
Because he's on the way out, and he's trying to do that to say, "Oh, if I do this, I'm getting those team picks to make it look like I'm doing something, so they'll keep me." But it's
Trying to save face.
yeah, pretty much.
Y'all know what? I think Ron know more about this than we do.
It's gonna,
He might be they might have told him something that we don't know.
man. This is gonna backfire in his face. Y'all know that.
I'm not saying y'all not right, but you know
But what-
This man got rid of Montez Sweat
Right.
and Tayshaun, both of them
But-
premier pass rushers.
how
Right.
y'all know the owner and all that
Besides
can tell
Payne.
him to go ahead and do that and we'll start over again. You don't
But-
know. He might know something we don't know.
Man is just talking without the ball. I see.
I was still answering that question.
But what I was saying is they should.
No, they don't work like that. Why are you showing me that?
What I was saying is they should have fired.
No.
They need to go and fire Ron Rivera ASAP, like right now.
And to Ron's point, I think it's, in my opinion, it's either or, right? If you rebuilding and you cleaning house, you say we're just gonna start over, say clean, then that means that you need new personnel and not coaches,
Right.
right?
Right.
But why you gonna trade away your best players because you're thinking, okay, well, we're just gonna clean house, we're gonna get our draft up, because evidently you, in my opinion, from what I've seen when teams do that, they don't think it's a coaching issue. They just think, it's time for a fresh start. It's time to just turn the wheel over.
Exactly.
But you're going to do that, and then you're going to start firing coaches also? To me, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
I agree with you.
No.
man.
It don't make no sense to me.
I don't think.
I-
And the reason
I
they're-
said to myself, when Dallas was finna play them, I said Dallas finna beat these boys down.
Absolutely.
They
I
always
said, wait a minute. I said it wasn't even going to be a football game because they just traded their best pieces on the team. So you gave up already mentally.
Right. Well, they did that because another reason they did that also, Ryan and Brandon, I believe, is because they had to make somebody the scapegoat. So somebody had to go. So Ron Rivera is there because he's the head coach. They can say, well, we're losing because of this. So these two guys got to go. And you're still giving Ron Rivera a chance to turn it around before the end of the season. But we all know inevitable. He's out of there.
Right.
You know this. So they had to get rid of somebody to try to save some face and make the team look like they're trying to do something, along with the trades. That's why they did that. But Ron Rivera, he will be fired at the end of this year.
We
So-
hope.
They had scapegoats. So that's what that was about.
You said the right thing, Ron. You said we hope because we don't know.
He's
Right, we
man.
don't
Listen,
know.
they clean it. Listen, they clean the
Come on
house.
now. See?
Listen, we cleaning house.
See what I mean?
I mean, they clean the house because they know they finna fresh start, bro. It's coming. Magic already said that he's finna clean out everything at the end of the season anyway. So
Now, Ron Rivera, he's not a bad coach, y'all.
Y'all take him there.
Look,
Ron's face.
I'm just saying he's not a bad coach. Look at his history. He's really not considered a bad coach.
He's a bad coach, bro.
The bottom line is
Well,
what
his
I'm saying
better
is
years were with Cam Newton.
what I'm saying is this right here. About 2 weeks ago, they played the Eagles and they took them in overtime. Now, respect this. I'm just gonna make a point. That same bad team, they had already got rid of those guys, but they took the Eagles over into overtime, and the Eagles beat them by 4 points. Now, you said the team they gave up. And I don't think they gave up. They still got they got 3 guys on defense. Still could be number 1 on anybody's team. All I'm telling you, that same team that y'all said is bad took the Eagles over in overtime. I know it's a conference. I know all that. But they took them over in overtime, and the Eagles did all they could to beat them guys. So at any given time now, Washington can beat you. And that quarterback, he was leading the league there for a while in passes and stuff now. So Cowboys had to play their best game to beat them. So don't keep them saying, oh, we know they're going to beat. No, nobody knows we still beat them. But guys, that team.
I got one thing.
I'm just saying, you know.
After the Panthers went to the Super Bowl with Cam Newton, what Ron Rivera did after that?
Oh, it was time for him to go for that team. His resources was over with.
No, I said after, man. He got with Washington. What he done?
I don't understand what you're asking.
When he came to Washington,
he couldn't do anything. His hand was tied. He just got there.
He got his own quarterback
and
all that stuff.
I know.
His hands
but
was
y'all,
tied.
Listen, they got the quarterback.
How's his hands tied? He's the coach.
All I'm saying is just, I don't understand what you said. Now I understand what you said, Ron. My bad. I apologize. I don't understand. But he was acting.
I got the ball. Okay. Now, what I'm finna say is this. Far as Dad was saying that Washington going to overtime with the Eagles and all this, that's a division game. It's supposed to be a tight game. It's a division game. That don't mean they're great. They know each other so well because they in the same division. That's all it is.
Now you just made my point. That's the divisional game. Like, how did Dallas play with them like they did, like it wasn't even nothing?
But y'all got the better team, Pops.
The Eagles are better than us. That's what y'all said.
Pops,
it's gonna go different ways there because it's a division game. If both teams are playing, it's not gonna be the same.
I know that. I'm just saying that you just can't underestimate the Washington team.
I will say this.
They're gonna be some other people they're gonna beat.
To expound on the point that Travis made, again, the greatest of this era, Tom Brady, when he was at his peak.
What are you talking about?
What?
Were you gonna let me finish?
We're past that, bro.
Or are you gonna let me finish?
We're past that.
Trust me, I'm getting to a point.
Okay. You gotta stay on the.
But you gotta trust. We gotta trust each other that if we bring up something that we having a point. Right?
Oh, look,
I just don't know where you're going with this.
You'll see, and then you're gonna be like, "Dang, that makes sense." When Tom Brady was at his peak with New England, guess who beat him once a year? The sorry Miami Dolphins. And then every now and again, the Jets would sneak a win in on them. You want to know why? Because they all played in the same division. It's like, you know what? They're so familiar with each other where they're like, not only are we familiar with you and we know how to play you, but we're not really scared of you. We're going to see you twice a year anyway. So the Dolphins will beat them. Matter of fact, that 1 year they got, Jay Cutler, Brian Cutler. What was his first name?
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler came to the Dolphins in his the waning years of his career and beat Tom Brady in New England with the Dolphins. It's a division game. Just because the Washington Redskins took the Eagles to overtime don't mean diddly squat.
Oh, yes, it does.
Because it's a division game.
You're shaking the table. That's why I keep doing it.
So with that being said, your hate for Philadelphia
don't
is
do that.
so.
Don't speak for me, bro.
It's such vitriol.
You know what?
Because you'll say that we hate the Dallas Cowboys, but anytime somebody says anything about Philadelphia or Jalen Hurts or anything like that, or if somebody's talking about another quarterback or stats about a position player, you'll say, well, Jalen Hurts, he threw more interceptions. And I mean, it's just like,
Patrick, what are you doing?
But that's what you're doing,
we,
Bob.
We passed that.
At the end of the day, Washington challenging the Eagles and playing them competitively does not mean that Washington is going to play that way with everybody else. And it doesn't mean that the Eagles still aren't who they are. And it doesn't mean that having a division rival is significant. That's all I'm saying.
Let me rebuttal that. Everything he just said, you reverse everything he just said. He said it doesn't mean the Eagles not who they are. It doesn't mean Washington not who they are either. If a team take you to the max, I don't care what you say about them. A football team is a football team. If those players, now you're gonna play it while I'm talking, but you kept it out while you was talking. You tripping, man. But it doesn't matter. I can dance and sing at the same time. All I'm saying is this right here. If Washington did what they did, it's showing you any given day they can still play. That's all I'm trying to say. They say, well, it was a division game. They know each other. That's true. But it's the same thing with true about Cowboys and them. The same thing with true about them. They had just enough chance. And what's the heck of the thing about it? Washington, don't just assume that they're not going to play no more this year. Because they still got some people that they could easily come in and ruin it for. And one of them is us. We got to play them again. But as you know, as I know, this is why I keep trying to tell y'all. They're all professional players. They all in the NFL. Any given Sunday. And everybody falls into a slump. Y'all talking about how these guys, like my man Brandon, all talking about San Francisco in a slump. You said that a while ago. Well, what makes you think when San Francisco beat us, we wasn't in a slump? Dallas can't be in a slump, right? We just got beat. That's the thing I want everybody to remember what I said.
Well,
you're right about them slumps.
But if you lose
don't do that.
3 back-to-back, that's a slump.
You can lose on a bad day. You didn't have your best play.
Okay, have y'all lost 3 back-to-back?
No, we won't do that.
So you're not in the slump then.
You won't do that.
Why it's a slump.
You're not in the slump.
Let me explain what's the slump.
That's why I said about what I said about San Francisco. That means they was in a slump, but they didn't got right now. Y'all ain't lose 3 in a row, Dad. So you was never in a slump.
Let me answer you.
You're not making sense. Here you go.
You know what I'm making? Not making sense. You don't want it to. A loss is a loss, guys. A loss is a loss. So let me explain to you what a slump is.
Well,
a slump.
I just explained to you what a slump is.
I'm rebutting him.
When you have a series,
I got the ball now. Okay. You don't say it.
Okay.
No,
when you have a series of losses in a row,
how you doing?
That's a slump. And if you get that right, that's a slump.
It ain't got.
We did it in 2021 too.
You go to play someone one day, and you just not have your. I'm rebutting against him.
That's called an off day, not a slump.
So you saying that Dallas didn't have one in a slump?
No, you didn't lose no 3 or 4 games in a row.
Did they not lose to the Cardinals too?
Right. Did you lose 3 games in a row, Dad?
No.
So you're not in a slump.
No good team should ever do that.
So you're not in a slump.
No good team should ever lose. I'm gonna put it this way: no good team.
Right, so Brandon,
I'm gonna say this. Let me finish. I'm talking in the middle of this talk.
All right.
No good team should ever lose 3 games back to back. Now you can say what you want. I mean, a champion team to lose back to back 3 games. No, guys, I don't believe that.
Pops, guess what, Pops? Pops, guess what? The Rams did in the 2021. We did it.
Y'all did.
And they won the Super
And
Bowl.
we won a Super Bowl. See,
I'm not talking about you not winning Super Bowl.
hold on, what is that? Of course y'all did. What is that?
Let him finish. You cut him off.
Talking to me.
You cut him off.
No, I didn't cut him off. I said we talk about 2 different subjects here.
You cut him off. He was talking.
I heard him talking, but I was talking to him. I had the ball in my hand at the time too. You know that, right?
But he had started talking.
No, Patrick, you didn't even have the ball in your hand. You need to stop that. I heard Brandon talking, but we were just talking with each other.
Yeah, but you gotta
I had the ball in my hand.
You gotta let each other finish though.
I was telling him that that's a different subject altogether.
Right, but you still gotta let them finish.
I didn't say 3 people losing couldn't go to the Super Bowl. I didn't say that.
You said no, a good Super Bowl winning team or something. Hold on, say it again. Say what you said.
See, I know you didn't hear what I said. I said a good team, a good champion team. See, that year that y'all went to the Super Bowl.
Same thing.
Come on, bro. You know what? Go ahead, man.
I'll talk for Dad because I know what he just said. He said a good championship team shouldn't lose like that. But that's false because
that ain't what I was saying.
Anybody can get into a slump. Like you just said, Brandon. Y'all did it in 2021. And y'all went on to win a Super Bowl. So that is not true.
Yeah,
that ain't what you didn't let me finish. Brandon, what I was gonna say is
you didn't want to finish. You just gave me the ball.
But you said you know what I was gonna say. You did
because you said you was done and passed the ball to me.
But you said you were speaking for me. You wasn't.
Okay,
that wasn't what I was saying.
Well, finish.
What I was saying, Brandon, is this:
you the one said you was finished.
A good champion team, they shouldn't lose 3 back to back. That year y'all won, Brandon. They had gave y'all up. Everybody had. They had gave the Rams up that year. They said, well, they're not gonna make it. You know I'm telling you the truth. They didn't consider y'all no champion team. But the San Francisco been considered a champion team the whole year. Not once did they say they weren't the best team. But y'all that year, y'all just like the Jets. Man, y'all come from out of nowhere. It seemed like y'all was done.
Rams was playing good.
No, Brandon, no. When they lost them 3 games,
Give them up.
okay, Brandon, you know what I'm saying. They gave y'all up. So it did look like Rams was done. Brandon, am I lying? Am I lying? Now you won't say nothing now. That's good. Way to go, bro. Come on.
Pops.
No, if I'm talking to you,
Pops,
you'll talk back
are
to
you
me.
in your feelings, Pops? Are you okay?
Don't do that to me.
No, I'm just asking.
Don't belittle me. Don't do
I'm
that.
not trying to belittle you. It's just
If I speak to a man, he's speaking to me. He has that right to speak
Yeah,
back.
but
To me. Don't do this.
that's
No.
never happened
Don't do
before,
that,
though.
man.
Pops.
No, it don't. It shouldn't happen.
He
at
might have
all.
lost connection, Pops. That's why he went out.
Okay,
He might have
brother.
lost connection.
Yeah. Okay.
It happens, bro. Here, look, he went out.
It's done. I'm done with it.
He
I'm
probably
done.
lost connection, Pop.
Yeah,
I
of
don't think
course.
he was just not ignoring you. Or
Yeah.
anything.
I'm done. I'm old school, man.
But you want to say anything?
I'm old school, dog. I'm hip. This is where I am.
But yeah, like I say, San Francisco was just in a slump, and they obviously got back right, so they're still a good team, a championship caliber type team. Dallas was never in a slump this year. They never lost 3 or 4 back-to-back or 5 back-to-back. That's a slump. When you lose a series of games in a row, you're in a slump. Dallas didn't do that this year, so for him saying they was in a slump too, it makes no sense because they never lost
You
no
know why I
games
said
in a
it was in
row.
a slump? You
Like
want me to tell you
never.
why? Because the people we had lost.
That's
We
not
were down.
That's not a slump though. That's
We
not the
was.
definition of a slump, bro. It's not.
When you down and you ain't in your playing mode, that's a slump.
You gotta take the ball for talking.
You didn't have a while ago.
I did, Dad. I did. So
I'm done. Go ahead.
you say you're done, but you. Here you go.
so. Deborah Brady brought up this good point about San Francisco, and I said this
Beatty.
Beatty. I'm sorry. I said this 3 weeks ago. Did I not? I said San Francisco. The trend that San Francisco has had for the last 2 or 3 years, which is a good trend, is if they run into any issues or a third of the way into the season, like a good team should do, administration, management, scouting, they'll make a few key trades. And once they get the 1 or 2 key pieces that they need, once they see what they need that year, then it's no holds barred. They did the same thing with McCaffrey. And this year, she brought up the same point. They did the same thing with Chase Young. And here we are, 15 sacks later over 3 wins. So all I'm saying is San Francisco has got a blueprint of analyzing their team and where they are in their trajectory every season and making the adjustments. And that's what good coaches and good management does. That's what I give Tomlin. That's one of my knocks on Tomlin is not adjusting. And you can't knock San Francisco for that. Maybe other teams should follow that blueprint. Analyze your team as you build up to the trade deadline. See what you need. If you're okay and everything's going the way it should, rock on. If not, make the adjustments, make the trades you need because it's paid off for them the last 3 or 4 years.
Okay, that's just like I agree with what Patrick's saying as far as San Francisco is a good organization, man, and
Yeah.
they got John Lynch as a general manager. They know what they're doing over there, and they try to go all out for it because they trying to win. They about winning championships, not just winning regular season games, winning, getting to the playoffs. They're trying to win championships. No, I'm not throwing shade.
No, that's what you're doing.
No,
That's what you're doing.
No, the people up front. I'm talking about
You know what you're doing.
Okay. But y'all know what I'm saying. The front office, they about business. That's now, Ron. You see what I'm saying? How a guy can change them just like that. Chase Young is an elite pass rusher. He makes a difference. So we should have went after that guy, either him or Montez Sweat, and we dropped the ball on that. We could have gave him a 2nd round pick or a 3rd round pick. It didn't matter. If we were saying a 2nd round pick is too high for our blood, who in the draft we gonna get in the 2nd round that's gonna be better than Chase Young or Montez Sweat? You know what I'm saying? Like nobody. So that's not too much. All they wanted was one of those picks, and we couldn't even do it. We could have, but we chose not.
Travis,
ridiculous.
I was with you. I was like, look, we need to go and get somebody. And Pops heard me talked about it on my show. I said, because one, no team afraid of our defensive line.
What's
we
your
don't
show,
got
by the
no
way,
pass
Ron?
rush.
Give your show a shout out. What's your show, by the way?
Talk your ish. Come
Talk your
on,
ish.
Tuesday night at 8 o'clock.
There you go. Give your show a shout out, bro. But what I'm saying is this. Like, those guys are elite cornerbacks. We could have had one. We could have traded for one of those guys, along with Martavius Street, which you traded for from the Eagles. Could have had one of them, both of those, going into the offseason.
Yeah.
Pick up another veteran in the offseason, then in the draft. get you 2 more young bulls, and
That's
we would have
right.
been ahead of the game.
That's true.
But no, we dropped the ball.
I will say. Go ahead, Pops. Go ahead,
But
Pops.
I'll
Go ahead.
say this: 2 of them guys you and Roman talking about, y'all got rid of. They with us now. They hot dogs. Now I don't. I'm just saying.
Because y'all got true pass
Wait
rushers.
a minute.
Y'all got true pass rushers.
You ain't got the ball now.
I got my hand
See
on
how?
it.
See what I
I
mean?
got my
y'all?
hand on
Let it go, Trap. Let it go.
Y'all got true pass rushers.
The bottom line is what I'm trying to say is all I do is break the points out. 2 of those guys y'all said were no good for y'all. We got both of them now, and hey, they dogs. Now it's coaching, but y'all didn't see. This is the thing they were talking about San Francisco. They know how to change people. See, that's what Cowboys been doing. We've been going through coaches, players, you name it. We've been going through all that over the last 3 or 4 years. That's why Cowboys getting to the playoff and they not making it push it through, because we get rid of people in the last moment. We've been having problems with our staff. Look at all the coaches we have been through over the last three seasons. Look at all the players we them got rid of. Look at all the receivers and stuff we have been through. You talking about San Francisco know how to do it? Cowboys been doing the same thing. They've been switching and swapping, and I think we finally got it together. I
finna say this, Pops. Y'all, the reason y'all got those players because y'all do got true pass rushers on your team, so that make a bit different.
Yeah.
Look at your team. Wait a minute. Look at your team, your defensive line, and look at ours. You tell me.
Right, and I'm gonna say this before you chime in, Pops.
I thought he was asking.
I know, but I gotta say something real quick. And what I'm saying with that, when I'm touching on what Dad just said. He said we got rid of those guys because they weren't no good with us, and we said they sucked or whatever.
I said y'all thought they were.
Yeah, but the reason we said we got rid of them and they wasn't good with us because we didn't have the players around them to help them to succeed. We didn't have the true pass rushers. They went over there in this flourishing because they got players already there that's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's succeeding. That's helping them. That's common sense. That's obvious. So that's our fault, not nobody else's fault, but ours, for not getting the necessary weapons we needed to help them guys succeed.
And it's also y'all fault for not tapping into that talent the boys had.
Golly.
Don't do that. That's just my opinion. Every coach supposed to tap in to every player. Now you can say what you want to say. I coached a lot. I've seen people get rid of people. Now, Ron, you was talking about that on your show. There are people that you thought y'all should have kept. There are people you thought y'all should have kept. You can do what you want to do. I'm still gonna say this.
No, shots fired.
There are people
shot.
on your show. You made a lot of good points, Ron, and you were talking about that with people you thought y'all should have kept, but they got rid of. See, that was talent. But sometimes, depending on who you got coaching and where they're coming from and what they're looking for, and who's in their ear. All I know is Cowboys been switching off for a long time. Just like y'all talking about San Francisco know how to do it. Cowboys know how to do it. And I'm telling you, I think we got the right mixture of people. We got rid of our coach, our play callers, and all that. Think about it, guys. Y'all keep forgetting the Cowboys been switching out a lot of stuff. And I think we got the right combination now. I really do.
Okay, Tron Gray's in the building. What's going on,
What's going on,
Tron?
Tron?
Man?
You all right?
Long time no here. And Tron Gray says, Cowboys all day. You got another one in here.
Well, he know.
I'm
Thanks
going
for coming
to
in.
go ahead and do this.
And then Terry says, Tron Gray.
Thanks for coming in and
hell
lending
no.
some help, bro. I can use that, bro.
I will say this. I didn't want to do it while
These
Pops.
are haters,
But
right
wait,
here.
I don't want to do it while Pops talk, but I'm going to do it. Because Pops did fire a shot at the Atlanta Falcons
Okay,
coaching
fine,
staff.
fine.
No, I was talking about what Ron said last week.
Answer?
I was talking about what Ron said.
Hold on. I got the
Can I answer? Can I reply?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because when you do got an owner like Jerry Jones, he will make sure to get what he wants. Dan Quinn don't pick the
Yeah,
players.
okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
great.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn don't pick the players.
Yeah,
That's
what
number
you said.
one.
That's what
Number
you said.
two, Jerry Jones make sure he get what he want. That too.
Know what he need.
What he want and what he need.
Yeah.
So Dan Quinn don't got no say so.
That's not necessarily true, Ron. That's not necessarily
Let
true.
him finish. No, let him
Wait a minute.
finish.
How can you say Dan Quinn
No, you
is
ain't
a
saying
good?
Yeah, I am.
How can you say Dan Quinn is a good defensive coach if Jerry Jones don't do what Dan Quinn say?
That's right. He do everything Dan says. Everything.
Hold on, what are we talking about here?
I said, how you gonna say Dan Quinn is a good a good defensive coach if Jerry Jones get the player that Jerry Jones wants?
And
Okay, can I comment on
and
that?
not what Dan wants.
Yeah, I got the ball, bro.
I was helping.
I got the ball, bro. Once again, for the 18th time. Now, what I'm saying is this, Ryan. I agree with what you're saying to a certain extent, but that's not necessarily true that Dan Quinn don't get the pick because he be in that.
No, Dan get all the picks.
Dad, why are you interrupting me? Why do you keep doing that?
I don't think that's what he's
Stop
saying.
interrupting me for the last time, man. Don't interrupt me.
You were doing it with me a while ago.
God, man, like I can't, you making me lose my train of thought when you keep doing that.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
And let's not try to speak for Ron.
Oh my God.
Now,
Listen
what
to
I'm saying is this, Ryan. Man, let me get back to my damn train of thought. What I'm saying is Dan Quinn, he's in that war room with them when they drafting picks, and I seen when Dan Quinn talked to the rest of the coaches and had some input on who they getting on defense. So he has a lot of input on that.
Yeah.
So it ain't just Jerry Jones' point I'm trying to make on that. But and the reason Dan Quinn is a good defensive coordinator. He just wasn't a good head coach. That's what he felt with us. But he went with Dallas and he's flourishing over there. And the reason is because, first of all, they got better players on defense than us from the start. So it helps him. So he's used to what he had in Seattle when he was a defensive coordinator. So that makes sense. Then, as far as our players going over there, it helps them to flourish more and helps to bring them out more because they already got the players in place. And they keep adding to that, getting even stronger. So that's why.
I think y'all might have been saying the same thing just from two different angles. That's just my opinion.
Yes.
Because the more y'all talked about it and talked it out, I'm thinking, okay,
What's going on, Daryl? Daryl Wolf Coley in the building.
Daryl, what's going on?
What's
Wolf
up,
man,
Daryl?
you know
What's
what
up?
we gotta do? We gotta get that Wolf Howl one time. Let's hit it.
Dad, keep
Pops,
interrupting.
yeah, Pops is still tripping on the Cowboys.
Then Chris Garcia says bum ass Daryl. But anyway.
Listen, Chris also said earlier that the Cowboys were in a slump. They're in an NFC championship slump, like a drought.
Yikes.
So he was throwing shots then too. Now we'll say this. He also said that, and this is the argument for Dallas too, also, is that Jerry Jones cares more about selling merchandise and getting butts in the seats than he does about winning Super Bowls.
I won't agree
You
with
want me to
that.
rebuttal
I don't know if I agree
Do
with
you want
that.
me to rebuttal that
Yeah,
one?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree
I'm
with
gonna
that.
get right to you there.
But
I'm short and sweet. I won't agree with that because one thing you say what you want about Jerry. Jerry trying to win now. He goes and gets what he needs to get. He don't play around with that. And he bring players in, gives player chances that been through some things that other teams won't do. So I have to give him credit now. Jerry gives people chances and he tries to go for the win. That's one thing I will
I'll
say.
give him that.
And the other, to top off what Trav just said, Jerry Jones cares about merchandise. Yes, he does. Maybe y'all guys need to care more about it too. Put more people in your seat. You know another thing that Jerry Jones, I'm gonna keep it real.
Shots fired again.
And you talk about Jerry Jones, like my son said. You let a guy go down the NFL and everybody turn their back on him. Jerry won't do that. Now, for his our defensive coach, everything he wants, Jerry give it to him. That's what I want to tell you a while ago. All the guys that came in there, Dan done that. Those two guys that came from y'all, Dan told them to go get them. Everything he wants. That's why he's flourishing. When he went to Atlanta Falcons, they wouldn't give him what he wanted. And y'all was about right when you say when a coach can't get what he wants, he ain't gonna do it as good as he can do. And another thing I love about the Cowboys, be straight with y'all. Yeah, Jerry Jones wants to win now because he said it the other day, and with tears in his eye, he said he don't think he got that much longer to be here. Now this is real talk. He said he's willing to do whatever he got to do, get this year done. And when you got a grown man like that, a zillionaire saying time, the door's closing, yeah, this is why he's doing everything that he got to do now to make this thing happen. Guys, I've been knowing Jerry Jones a long time. I've been keeping up with and watching. I'm telling you can say what you want to say about the Cowboys, but in the end, I think I'm gonna get the last laugh. I really do. I might be full of myself.
Y'all gotta excuse me, I got a little cold.
But I'm gonna get the last laugh on this one. Because we done got rid of all the coaches and everything. Like you said, San Francisco did. Players. Look at Zeke Elliott. If we had Zeke now, we'd be unstoppable. But I told a lot of you guys, if you get rid of Zeke, we're gonna be slipping a little bit. Everybody wanna get rid of Zeke. They should have kept him. And right now, we've been number one offense again. That's all right. We'll get it back.
I always, I always say if only Ty Gurley would never caught the bad knee,
Exactly.
what that would have made us look like what
Hey, I
we
agree.
required
I
over
agree,
time.
Brandon.
Y'all
I
would
agree.
have been with Dallas's.
They'll be unstoppable.
Or what
They'll be
Dallas
unstoppable.
was when they had Zeke. That's what y'all would have been.
Yeah.
I agree with that, Brandon.
But the only difference is, I think, never mind.
Y'all should have kept
what?
him still, though. You should
Y'all,
have kept him.
y'all might have. The only question would have been, would y'all had a better playoff success than Dallas? Because
We ain't talking about against Dallas. He ain't comparing to Dallas. He's talking about
No, I see what you're saying because it would have changed up
yeah,
the whole way y'all play offense, bro.
Yeah, he talking about
you would have
period.
leaned more on.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
on
yeah,
him.
yeah.
So I see exactly. What
Man,
Yeah.
when that ball was
But
with the
that's-
Rams, they was
yep.
unstoppable there for a while.
Yeah, it was. But what
Yeah,
I'm saying
that-
is, he's
we're saying
saying
the
if
same
he
thing.
would have stayed healthy, would they would have stuck to that, or because they wouldn't be playing like they're playing now. Like when they won a championship with Matthew Stafford, they changed it up a little bit. They
Yeah.
were more of a
But
pass.
Brandon, I think y'all got rid of him too soon. Because look, for the last year or so, that boy been back the way he's supposed to be. Y'all got rid of him too soon.
But my other thing,
Nah,
is,
his knee was jacked up.
yeah, his knee was.
I'm talking about the way he was running the last few years.
Nah, when he got with Atlanta,
Come on,
that
Henry,
was pretty
right?
much it.
No,
That was
Yeah.
it,
Pops,
Not Gurley.
right, Trav?
Oh, yeah.
Pops.
Yeah.
Man, he got the.
I agree with you. Okay, I got it mixed
Yeah,
up.
tell him
My
run.
He
That was
went
it.
back to fight.
He was going.
My bad, brother. My bad.
The other thing is this too. Is, and again, it's kind of like with the Steelers when we had the Killer Bees, we should have had more success.
Right,
Same
right,
thing with Dallas Cowboys. Even when y'all had Zeke, y'all still
both of
couldn't.
y'all do that.
You still couldn't get over the hump.
Did you do know we were
You
number
said,
one red zone, right?
you said,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I quote, if we still had Zeke, we would be unstoppable. Well, guess what?
Okay.
Zeke was a form of unstoppable on that field
Okay.
when he was playing.
Guys.
However, I got the ball, Pops. However, even with Zeke, y'all still couldn't beat and face down y'all's worst demons, which
Are you
was
serious?
playoff wins, right? Getting to the playoffs, first of all, then playoff wins.
What are you talking about? Running the ball or playoff? Which one are you talking
Either
about?
one. Even when y'all had Zeke.
One of them wrong, bud.
Basically, y'all gonna have to do something. Y'all gonna have to rewrite y'all's story, y'all's legacy, y'all's narrative, and get some playoff wins and get to an NFC championship. And then you won't have to hear about this no more. That's
Yeah,
what it
that's
comes down
it.
to.
I
That's
want to
it.
know that back.
Until y'all do that, you're gonna hear about this
Okay.
every single football season from every single person,
Okay, you know.
Cowboy fans and non-Cowboy fans alike. Because every season it's the same thing over and over and over until January comes.
Okay.
That-
Can I rebuttal that? I
If
want
you don't hear about this no more,
Oh, man.
y'all win some playoffs games and get to a freaking NFC championship.
Yeah.
And the reason they get it, before you go in there,
Man.
Brandon, I know you're finna go in, but before you go in, Brandon, I want to say this, and then I'm gonna give it to you, Dad. The only reason they get it like this, though, is because they're not humble. They're mad arrogant, and it's the way they chirp and go on
All
about
the
stuff.
time.
The
That's
Cowboys
it.
when it
That's
fails,
it.
not like
That
that.
So when
is
it
it.
fails,
Yeah.
it looks bad on them, and they can't handle it, and they fold, and they get angry and upset because everybody's getting on them. But if they just be more humble,
Yes,
trust me, Brandon,
yes.
you know I had to learn the
Yes.
hard way. I used to
Yes.
be like that. I had to learn the hard way. I
Me
had to get humbled a
too.
couple times.
Me too.
So,
Greatest
now-
on turf. I was like that.
Right. Now I'm just sitting back looking at my team, Brandon, like, okay, get Arthur Smith out of there, get Dave Ragone out of there, get TJ Yates out of there, and then we can do something. Get a new quarterback here because I don't think Desmond Ritter's it. Maybe he can prove me wrong. Maybe he can turn around and win out. But even then, I just think Arthur Smith need to be gone. I don't think he's the coach of this team. That's just me. But
Brandon,
Yeah.
you done?
Well, I'm agree with what Trav said. That's all it is, man. Like it's just that mantra that like when you say you got that feeling, you see everything that y'all got going on with Dallas, like your team is doing and stuff like that. That is fine. Everybody else, the football America that watches and keeps up, sees, hey, you see Dallas doing whatever they doing, but there's this thing that seems to happen when the conversation continues. We start hearing about how that team ain't. It's almost like for most part, right now, there's this thing with Philly. Forget Philly right now, Dallas. Do y'all feel like y'all can beat Philly when y'all play them in a couple weeks? Then playoff hit, y'all gonna do what y'all do? Okay, that's fine. But then there's this thing like where it's like, oh, y'all see what we doing. You know what's gonna happen, right? And it's like, I want to sit back and see. Nah, but you know what's gonna happen, right? I just want to see. Nah, okay. Now I'm finna be like, you better do what you saying is gonna happen. Cause if you don't, now you're gonna have to give me that same energy of how you explain to me how it's gonna happen, and then when it don't, you see what I'm saying? Y'all agree?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where that was
Comment. Okay.
y'all refer to as hate. That Cowboy fans like to call people haters. Like, it ain't hate. It's just when you do something to make somebody not like you, you can't turn it into hate. Like, why is they like that? I know this. This is one thing I do know about Dallas. When Dallas was on that third, fourth Super Bowl when I was a kid, and they was on top of the world, I didn't hear a lot of this craziness that I heard that I've been hearing since then. Have y'all noticed that? Like, it wasn't like that then, but
Oh, no,
it's like something
Ain't
happened.
nobody agreeing with that.
It's got worse now, Brandon.
I'm
A
gonna
lot
prove
worse.
you wrong in a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, back when it was happening, it wasn't as bad as it is now. Because now it's like, it's almost like that feeling like when somebody knows they ain't won in a long time, they find everything to make it feel like it was or something. I don't know, because it's just like, how do we keep revisiting this every year? Like, how does this happen? You know what I'm saying? I know I don't sit here and be like, let me go poach down a Cowboy fan, whatever. I'm amazed that this year how many Cowboy fans have came at me, jumping in my inbox like I asked for it. Like, I didn't ask for this. Like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? Then,
I'm gonna answer you and tell you why when you get through.
but I know for a fact that it ain't because it ain't no. You can know that I don't like the team, but not fish me out to make me not like the team even more. Like, I don't like the 49ers, but I do have respect for them because not only do they beat us, they have, they at least make it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But I can't sit here like just imagine like if Detroit win the Super Bowl this year, right? They ain't even been to one, but they win the Super Bowl. Now there's a level that they should be able to talk some jump, but there's gonna be levels of it. It's like, come on now, like chill out, relax. You know what I'm saying? And that's what fans is. A lot of them. Well, me, I'm gonna speak for myself. I ain't gonna speak for everybody else. For me,
You can't.
I can't. I just can't handle but so much of the look at us, look at what we doing, look at what we doing. Okay, I see what you're doing, but what you set out to do, you better do that. Because if you don't,
Okay.
I agree.
Now let me rebuttal. I'm gonna give you the answer to your question. One, you said you don't know why they come at you. You ever seen Beyonce when people say something about Beyonce and the hive go after them? Now, I know you're gonna act like you don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You
how
say
does
something
that
about
compare to
Beyonce.
me?
No, I listen to you now. You gotta listen to me now, bro.
How does it compare to me?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you how it does. Give me a chance. Let me finish though. It ain't nothing disrespectful. I wouldn't do that.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
But listen, I use Beyonce as an example. If you say something about Beyonce, the hive gonna get you no matter where you at. It's the same thing about the Cowboy fan. When you say something about the Cowboy, you opening up yourself to them.
I don't.
You do women now. You go in on us. You do go in on us.
No,
Brandon, everybody,
you doing it again, man.
Look, I'm trying to tell you.
You doing it
The
again.
bottom line, see, you can't say stuff like that about the Cowboy fans and don't think they're gonna come at you.
I don't say nothing.
Yeah,
They
yes,
fish
you do.
me out. Fish
You
me
heard-
out.
You heard what you just said. You said a while ago, y'all, this is what I said about y'all fans. When you said a fan, we talking about Cowboy Nation. We are everywhere. We're like we worse than termite. We even more than cockroaches. We're talking about Dallas. We're talking about Dallas Nation. Wait a minute, I'm just being straight. Now I'm gonna tell you what the deal is right here. We got grounds to brag and boast like that. I'm gonna tell you. Let me explain it. We come from a franchise that used to winning. Y'all keep talking like the Cowboys like we're not used to winning, but we are. Now the other thing is this. This is the thing that's gonna make you understand what I'm saying. Y'all say, "Oh, y'all this." Do the players talk like that, or it's the fans? I'm asking all of you.
Oh, what are you saying?
Y'all say y'all can't stand it when they talk like they bad bragging. Is the players bragging or is the fans?
The fans, it's the fans.
Okay,
The fans are the worst.
okay. So Do you know it's gotten to the point where when you start saying a lot of people don't make it clear who they're talking about? Cowboys players, they just as humble as they can be. But see, everybody done got so hate that they'll start saying them Cowboys and them Cowboy fans. I said, no, Cowboys players don't. Let me tell you what. Wait a minute, let me finish this now. Let me finish this. But I got the ball. No, but I got the ball. See how you doing? Guys, see what I mean? Now, here's the thing I want to make everybody understand about the Cowboys. See, we're not worrying about the Eagles. That's y'all. Cowboys, the only thing they doing. Let me finish. See, y'all saying that we're worrying about the Eagles, but you can tell they're not. You know why they're not worrying about the Eagles? Because the stats, the number says we own them. Go look at the wins against the Cowboys and the Eagles. It's true, bro. Dak Prescott owns our division. Brandon, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Dak Prescott owns our division. Am I right or wrong?
Pop.
Are you serious? It's
Y'all
he's
about to tell you. He's about to tell you.
No. I'm not listening to that because I'm
oh my God,
man. Brandon, you're wrong. Dak Prescott owns our division.
That's just so. But
you know why? You know you're just talking. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I'm hearing you because you say this every year.
It's the truth. Go.
Okay, all right, you're right, y'all. He right. He owns them because the numbers say. So January owns y'all because the numbers say it. That's it. This is what we gonna do from now on. This is what we gonna do from now on.
I'm just stating the numbers. All I told you is we're not worried about the Eagles. That's my point. We're not worried about the Eagles.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you then.
No, let me finish. I didn't cut you off at all.
He said,
no. But see, I shut up and listen to you. See, y'all say Pop like that. Pop won't respect when he give respect. A little while ago, you went on for a while and you were making sense something, but I never said a word. But now when I go to talk, you want to talk. See, we grown mans here. We're talking about these things. When you talk a little while ago, I was listening to you because you made some points about some things. But you don't want to hear what Pop got to say. You want to cut in.
I do, as long as you don't twist what I'm saying. What I said into something else.
I still gave you respect. It don't matter what I'm saying. It matters. When you were talking, I did not cut you off at all. I didn't agree with everything you said, but I respected what you're saying. It's just the way things are, bro. You talk while I listen. I talk and then you listen. Now, all I'm telling y'all right now is this. All of you that keep saying the Cowboys worried about the Eagles, it's not so. Dak ain't scared to worry about nobody in our division because he know he owns them. This year, the Eagles are looking good. Don't get me wrong. I never said they didn't. But if you look at the majority of all what them happened, Dak always come out smelling like a rose and play everybody in our division. Now, the number says it, and Dak done proved it. So y'all can say all you want to. We're not worried about the Eagles, nobody else, because we number sweep them all. Normally, we sweep them all. Now, I'll tell you this much right here, and then I'm going to leave it alone. Let y'all talk all you want about the Cowboys. You're not fans. You think you know more about the Cowboys than the fans do. And that's wild. But I will say this much right here. Dallas Cowboys, we are those boys. We are the nation. I know you don't like to hear us talk and brag, but all of us fans, all you fans does that about your team. But it's Cowboy fans that gets on your nerve because we're everywhere. And we got something to brag about every season because we're there every season. And when we break this thing through, every season, the last 4 or 5 seasons, we've been in the playoffs.
No, not 2 seasons. Last 2 seasons.
I got the ball.
2 seasons.
Let Brandon.
2 seasons? You think we're going to be in the playoffs 2 seasons?
Yeah,
2 seasons.
The last 4 seasons, we've been there, bro.
I'm talking y'all didn't go in 2020. You didn't go in 2020.
Brandon, go ahead and finish what you were saying, man.
Will somebody remind them they did not go in 2020?
Facts.
How long ago that's been, Brandon?
He knows.
How long that been?
You said 4 years, did you not?
How long has it been since we ain't been
You
to the playoffs?
said every year.
But you can prove it yourself. How long has it been since we ain't been to the playoffs?
Y'all went last year and the year before. Last 2 years.
So you say we ain't been to the playoffs after 2 years? Okay.
Y'all went the last 2 years. You didn't go the year before that. So that's the last 2 years.
The last 4 seasons. No, I'm done. I'm done with it.
But you're talking, so you got to take the ball.
No. Y'all was talking. Y'all didn't have it.
Can I see it?
There you go.
Pops.
Patrick, can somebody help me? Like, if they didn't go in 2020, how's that the last 4 years?
It's not the last 4 years. We can't overlook facts.
Or you do it all the time with the Dallas Cowboys.
That is overlooking facts, man.
Y'all don't.
Okay,
When
but
it comes to this, that
if we say that if Dad Pops, if you say you're about the stats and the numbers,
you got to be on
then
it.
you got to be on it and you got to acknowledge facts. If something's factual and it's not
I
an
said the last
and
four
it's not
cases,
and
the
it's
last,
not
it
if,
might be 3 and then skip and then back.
if something's a fact,
Go ahead, man. Just go ahead.
it's a documented fact. It's not an opinion.
Yeah, it's a
It's not like a
documented fact.
perception of something. If it's a documented statistical fact, we have
You
to
ain't gotta
acknowledge
explain
it.
all that.
And so if somebody says something, we can't just be like dismiss it or say, no, you're wrong.
Well, you do
When
with
it's
the Cowboys all the time.
when it's a fact, it's a fact. It's not, this is not an opinion. We can't, so if somebody's on here saying, we got to acknowledge that it's a fact. So, I mean, maybe we could say, okay, maybe out of the last 4 or 5 years, we might have missed one, but we've been most of the years. We get that.
Go ahead to the next subject, bro. I'm done.
But that's all I'm saying, though. It's like,
I'm trying to vibe with you, but I can't sit there and let you say last 4. We've been going every
it's
year.
not true.
And no years.
Yeah, you got to call it like it is, man.
That's what I'm doing. I'm calling like
that
it
has
is.
to accept
I'm calling
it.
like it is. I'm not.
And
Him
then-
as a Dallas
I'm
fan,
calling like it is. If I make a mistake, I'll make a mistake. But I'm
Okay.
calling what I think I know. Now, if
Okay.
I miss one, okay.
Okay.
If I miss one, I'm not perfect.
And the other thing is, we need to look up the wins because I thought I saw on the television the other night that the Eagles are leading this series
No,
between the
no, you're not.
Eagles and the Cowboys. Are they not?
Dak Prescott had owned the division.
I think Dallas got their number.
They got 9-4.
Okay, 9-4. Okay, I just wanted to make
Oh, but
sure.
you want to make me out of a lie, right?
No.
When I told Brandon that while ago, he thought I was lying.
I'm
You need to check it out.
I'm asking.
Dak ain't worried about the Eagles.
Yeah, Dak owns the Eagles.
Okay,
I told you, but Brandon just sitting there going like he think I'm lying, but it's not like that.
Now, will it change in the future? That remains
It
to be
ain't gonna
seen.
change.
No,
We together now.
I didn't say I thought you was like, I was just correcting you that y'all haven't been every year.
I
was
know for a fact
Y'all
how many
swept-
games we've been winning every year.
Now, how many years have y'all swept Philly the last few?
We're not even going there, dog. I'm done.
Huh?
They always split for the most part.
Okay.
They just like
For the last 2 years we split, but before that we was going on.
Well, then if y'all split 50-50, how you? I'm trying to figure out how you.
overall.
Oh, okay,
overall.
He know what
I
I'm.
got
Patrick
you.
know
I
what
got
I'm
you.
talking about.
Overall.
Patrick does that all the time. I'm used to it. That's why I didn't say nothing.
I got you.
Oh, can I add one quick? I mean, I'm gonna concede the floor because I gotta jump off and do something real quick, like some stuff to do real quick. But I think this is a conversation, and this might can wait till another where we can jump in on it, if y'all will. But when it comes to us being fans, right, of this sport, what do you feel like us fans really should look for out of our teams that we root for? Is it the moral victories? Like, you want to see your team do good, individual stats, numbers, whatever. But what do we root for these teams for, right? For them to reach prominence.
Right.
Like, because I know that, like, even all facets of sports, when you talk about anything like this, it's like there'll always be an argument of who team did what against the other one, of course. But then, it's that dynamic where it's like, where you just like you say, our team wins all the time. Now, when I look at that, it's like, I guess I have a hard time because I can, imagine my team winning all the time, but don't reach prominence. What do us as fans supposed to do with that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's rough. That's
It's not a rough. No,
you talking about?
I want to answer.
You talking about?
It's not rough at all.
Go ahead, Brandon.
But and you much rather your team be on the winning side than losing, no doubt. There's no doubt about that. But if because like any fan, like Pittsburgh fans, y'all got 6 rings. Y'all can look at everybody else, right? Well, Patriots got what, 6, 7, 6.
Yeah.
Y'all in the Patriots can look down at the other 30 teams in the league.
5 pretty good too. No,
Yeah.
you can't say that. 5 is good too now.
I know. See, you see, that's that cowboy stuff right there.
No,
You
I
see
mean,
that?
you
You see
can't
that?
overlook 5 rings,
That's that
bro.
right
You're
there.
not gonna do. I'm not gonna let
Look
you
at
do
that.
that.
But he trying to say that's
But
bad.
see,
He was trying to say you got 6
you
No,
are-
that's better
you-
than what he's saying.
You just helped prove his point though.
No, I didn't.
You
I
would
just told him from 5 on up, you gotta say
And,
that.
and what's going on, Lamb? Lamb says, "What's up?
What's
guys?"
up, Jeff? You doing all right? Hopefully everything's good. Look, cuz.
Oh, that's Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
But go ahead, Brandon.
let me see if I let me find it. Let me find it.
You were saying that
That's
us and the
his question.
Patriots can look down at the other
Yeah,
30
okay.
teams.
You can't look down on the 5 range. You can't do that.
Yeah, because 6 is higher,
6 is higher, but it's just 1.
but it's still higher.
Bro, 5
But
range.
see,
That's a
count,
franchise, dog.
see,
But it's
now,
still
see
higher.
now,
You say what you want to say.
See,
That's,
If you're going
that's
up,
crazy,
if you're
man.
going up a ladder,
That's crazy, man.
and you got the 5 rings,
That's crazy.
5 rungs on the ladder, and I got the 6 rungs on the ladder. Who's higher on the ladder?
That means you belong now because you got 5.
Who is higher on the
I
ladder?
just answered your question.
Answer that question. We can't let you out of this one, Pops.
I'm not.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
just
If
telling you.
both of us are climbing a ladder to get to a certain
Exactly.
to be the best overall when in the history books when it's all said and done. You made it 5 rungs up the ladder. I made it 6 rungs up the ladder. Who made it up
and
higher?
you just not too long ago made that
Who
6.
made it higher up the ladder?
If you talking about higher, you talking about range.
him, bro.
Who made it
Don't do
higher
that.
up the
Don't do
ladder?
that.
That's that
My point is to this.
No. We're not
see,
changing.
yes, see, there it is.
No.
Everybody,
Don't
you
want me
see
to
it.
say 5 range don't matter.
Nope,
Nah.
I didn't say
You,
that.
there it is.
Which
Y'all crazy,
one
man.
is higher up the
No.
ladder? 5 or 6?
Look at all these other teams. They ain't even got 2.
Which one is
See,
higher up the ladder?
see,
5 or
see,
6?
look.
Hey, Jeff, man, we miss y'all too.
I'm
man.
sorry, guys. I ain't feeling
Yeah,
it.
man, we look forward to
All
see
right.
you, man.
So Brandon, that right there is a good point. Now, I will say this. Were you finished, Brandon?
Yeah, I lost train of thought, but go ahead.
But
Were
your
you
question
saying
is that-
we look down on their, the Steelers and
Yeah,
the Patriots?
like,
look down everybody else?
the look that like can look at down the other teams and be like, well, we got the 6, or whatever, but I don't hear it. I don't hardly ever. I really, honest to God, don't remember the last Pittsburgh unless it's a conversation
Yeah, unless it comes up.
and it comes up, but I don't hear it. And Patriots fan, well, I only know TJ as a Patriot fan, but
You don't know it,
I've never heard him like just throw the rings in other people's faces.
You ain't been
What
around.
else?
I know a couple of Patriot
You
fans.
ain't been around them like we is.
I know a couple of Patriot fans, Brandon, other than Brandon, and they don't bring it up unless somebody says
Yeah, unless it
something
comes
about
up in
They don't bring it
conversation.
up. Because you ain't got to. The ring speak for
Yeah, I'm
itself.
gonna say that's what I was gonna
But
say.
since we all talking about
And-
ball,
and-
I got
and-
a bunch of Patriot buddies and a bunch of Silver fans. They do it every time they see me. A bunch of them. So
Every time they see you?
you say, see, I get around. I travel a lot. Yeah, I hear them say it all the time. They'll come up to me and say, "Hey man, we got 1 ring more than y'all." That's where they come up. I laugh and say, "Yeah, you
Yeah.
is," but we got 5.
Right, Brandon, and then
I hear it all the time, bro.
Yeah, I'm
all the time,
pretty,
yeah.
I would bet too that you hit because Cowboys, y'all fans are a magnet to a lot of this stuff. Just like this now.
We are.
Because the first thing they're gonna say, Brandon, is when they see
We
somebody,
got
is, how
the
about the
ring.
Cowboys? That's the first thing.
Yeah.
They say.
But you know
I
why?
like
That's
the
what starts-
Cowboys.
Go ahead,
We got
Brandon.
Well, let me make it clear to you why we
And
do
go
that.
ahead, Brandon. Brandon,
Do y'all want to know why we
finish
do
what
that,
you're
Brandon?
saying,
Yeah,
Brandon.
why do y'all do it, Pops?
I
Why?
thought you would know. We do that because we ride or die. If our team is losing, we still love them. If they winning, we love them even more. That's why.
And
See, a
they-
lot of you
Right.
teams, when y'all not winning, y'all give up on y'all
And-
team.
Nope, nope,
Cowboys,
you can't,
they
nope.
braggadocious.
They are braggadocious.
That's the love we have for each other. That's why the nation is cool.
Pup.
We love our team, win or die, win or lose.
I love my team too. Run. Do you love the Falcons?
But-
You love
but
your
you know-
Falcons?
Y'all
Travis?
know what we got that's different from
Hey,
y'all.
you know what we
You
dealing
know what
with?
we got
If-
different from
If
y'all.
you can love the Falcons, you got some real love because
Yeah,
after what they did to us, we have every right to leave. And I contemplated it plenty of times. Trust me,
Me
especially
too.
after that Super Bowl. So if we still sticking with them, nobody can question our fan loyalty. That's for sure.
Exactly.
So you know we love them, Brandon, for sure.
And,
That's all I'm
and you
saying.
know, and y'all went through the barrage of fans messing with y'all about that and all that stuff.
Man, what?
Pittsburgh, it don't. But why? But like I say, all of us love our fans. I mean, not us as fans love our teams,
Yes, we do.
and it's just y'all Cowboys
See,
fans.
there it is right there. See? And see, remember, when y'all do that, that's bias. That's y'all opinion on us. Y'all don't like it because we all brag. We don't never be down. It's sad. We won't be.
No, y'all.
That's it. You don't like it because we're not sad.
With
Y'all don't
the-
like it because we don't cry.
Now we gonna see about that though. We gonna see about that when You know, I'm not wishing it. I want you to know I'm not wishing bad luck
bet
on you, Cowboys.
I just want to say Lamb/Jeff Blassingame. Brandon, I don't know if you remember Jeff Blassingame, Sheila's brother, Sheila Burns.
Oh, what up, though?
But yeah, he says Panthers gonna come in and win it all. Laugh out loud because he don't even believe it. Love you, Jeff.
I love you too, Jeff.
Okay, y'all.
To answer your original question too,
Any
Brandon.
more questions about anything else?
To answer your original question too, Brandon, because his original question was, as fans, what do we want for our teams?
We
And
gonna
what do we
answer
want to
that.
see for our team? So, of course, we want to win championships, but also it's a legacy that you want to leave. You want to know that you had a team that when people face your team, they're gonna have to go out there and be willing to die on the field if they're gonna go and play your team because they know your team is gonna bring it
That's
every
everything.
single time.
That's everything.
And not only that, you not only want to win, but it's the way you win. You never give up because I can say all these qualities I'm about to say. You can say it about the Steelers. You can't never count them out. Yeah, they never give up. They're gonna be competitive. They're gonna be relevant. All right. They're gonna galvanize around the common cause. They're gonna be like a family, and they're gonna give you their all every time they come out. And they're gonna have intangibles too. They're gonna have grit. They're gonna have heart. They're gonna have charisma. They're gonna have everything that you would think of in a team that you would want to root for.
But that ain't the question he asked.
He
want to know what makes the fans.
are you?
But you talking about what your team do? But Brandon, your
he
question
said,
was-
as a fan, what do we look for in our team?
right. What
All
we
right.
supposed to look for in our team?
Am I answering your question so far, Brandon?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now,
Oh.
that's all I'm gonna say. At the end of the day,
Oh, you got your answer.
that's what we want.
I'm gonna tell
It
you
is
what-
frustrating. Brandon brought up another
I'm
sub.
gonna tell you what the fans.
Okay,
supposed to
another
be
sub
looking for,
point
'cause
to
he
it.
didn't do
Okay.
that. I'll tell you what they supposed to look for.
Okay. Brandon brought up another sub point. It's frustrating when your team is successful during the regular season and have wins. And dude, Ben Roethlisberger is like the 5th winningest quarterback of all time.
He's retired.
I'm hungry.
All right. The second and fourth quarter comebacks and game winning drives and all this stuff, right? He's the only quarterback that's ever thrown 3 500-yard games. And no, my point is, all that success, I think we could have won at least 2 more championships. So to your point earlier, Brandon, that's frustrating when you have a lot of winning and you still don't get the outcome that you want. I got what you were saying. I was actually listening.
Yeah.
That being said,
We all-
I guess.
with the fans, as a fan, you want that to what's the word I'm looking for? Manifest and materialize into the end goal, which is to compete for a championship.
I'll tell you
Okay,
this. One thing I will say, as a fan of my team, I agree with everything y'all said. Everybody said.
Mhm.
But my thing is, I'd rather be winning and failing at the short spot than to be losing constantly. Trust me, because we on that side, and it sucks. It sucks.
No,
I want to at
definitely
least
no,
be
we've
winning
been
to have a chance to go. We're not even having a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Amen. Now you
So
preaching.
that sucks.
Now
bro.
you're preaching.
That sucks. Yeah. The goal is to win championships at the end of the day. I get
Yeah.
it, but you got to be
Yeah.
in the game.
Yeah,
to have a
yeah,
chance to win
That's all I'm
championships,
saying.
bro.
Yeah.
That's all I've been trying
That's
to
my
say.
thing.
That's all I've been saying.
And as Falcon fans, y'all already know. If you watch the Falcons, even if you're not a fan,
Yeah.
you know it's been rough for us.
Yep. Go ahead, Pops.
And that's what I've been saying the whole time. Long as you're knocking on the door, long as you're at the door, you got something to be excited about. Now a while ago, I heard you say, what is we fans, what we supposed to look for? What are we supposed to be excited about? What do we got to look forward to? I heard that. And if that's it, what a fan supposed to look for is something to give you enjoyment, to get you from your work hard day or get you from your life that's been going something, maybe not all time good, maybe bad. What a fan is, they need something like, it's like a drug. You want something that's going to lift you up for a while, even if it's nothing but an hour or two. You want something that's going to lift you up and make you feel good about what you're doing. When sometimes you may not feel good about what you're doing. A fan is a person that leave what they're at and go somewhere they can feel comfortable, somewhere they can be happy for a moment or two.
Escape from reality.
And that's just what you fans will look for. You look for entertainment. That's all it is, entertainment. None of it's real, it's just entertainment. And if it's winning championship, good. Long as you're winning, but you're supposed to keep us entertained. And the Cowboys keeps you entertained. They might not be winning the Super Bowl like you said, but they win enough to make themselves to where they're relevant. You can't never everything about this guy. If a guy die on y'all team right now, what I mean by that, he get lost. He ain't got to be good. He go with Dallas Cowboys. He can be with them a week. Somebody that ain't even good. He went a week. His face is all on this too. Then all of a sudden he's reborn again. See, you might talk about the Cowboys, but if you die someplace, but you know what I mean by that. I mean, if you ain't no good, you go to the Cowboys, all of a sudden you're on the news.
This went dark.
You're on the news. Everything. He's trying to fall from the guy, but the bottom line
But
is this.
I see what
Ron,
Paul's
we
saying,
talked about
though.
a while back.
I
No
feel
matter
what he's
who your
saying.
guys are, when you go to the Cowboys, you get a new start again. Everybody know you. You can be with a team for 5 years, nobody don't even know you. You go to the Cowboys within 6 months, everybody knows you. That's what the Cowboys do. They start careers back up. That's what the Cowboys do. They're relevant, bros.
Okay, be relevant. But okay, the thing is,
They're relevant. I mean, yeah.
yeah, relevant. What I'm saying
That's
is,
what the Cowboys does.
yeah, fans is just short for fanatics. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what the fans supposed to be
we're
doing.
fanatical fans. Like we ride with our team, ride or die
Yeah.
regardless. And
All of them don't want
yeah,
championships.
sometimes
They could kill
we
it.
talk shit about our team. They lose. I know I do. But at the end of the day, I ain't going nowhere. I still love them. It's the hope as a fan that your team's gonna turn around, and you're waiting on that day to where they turn around and win a championship.
Yeah.
That's what makes you a fan. Like you're sticking with them regardless. It might
Exactly.
it might look dark. Like I say, it looks dark for us, Ron.
So you preaching
But
that.
all the
you
time.
know what I mean? We still here. Listen, if we didn't go nowhere after the 28-3 debacle, we ain't going nowhere. And
Right, bro.
we lost a lot of fans that day. A lot.
Mhm.
Left the Falcons and went and
Yeah.
found them another team. A lot. And we still here. So that's why I say it kills me when people question us about our fandom. And I'm like, bro, if you still a fan after that, like, I mean, what? There's nothing else bad that can happen to us. We didn't suffer the worst. You know what I mean? Like, unless it happens again, and that'd be even worse.
But Travis, what I'm saying is, no matter what y'all going through, y'all day gonna come. That's all I keep saying.
Well,
You can keep losing, but that day is coming.
okay, win,
Lamb
Pop.
say we sound like John Madden.
All right, Ron's got a question. Ron's got a question.
When that day will come for us.
But
When?
see, that's the powerful jewel of it all. Nobody never know when.
Well, see, this the thing.
I'm trying to make sense, Ron. You know the guy go to the Super Bowl, the team goes to the Super Bowl, and it's like 3 or 4 years before they go back again. That's something. That's a rare moment.
Right.
You go to the Super Bowl, you might get there, but it's a good chance you're not get there for another 3, 4 years. Look at all the teams. Look, how long it been since y'all been back?
Who, us?
Yeah, y'all been up with twice.
2016. Last time.
So now it's about time for y'all to make it again. It's just the way it is. Look at San Francisco.
We ain't making it with Arthur Smith, bro.
With
It ain't
San
right.
Francisco, they make it back, but they can't win it now.
All right.
They won it. They won it.
And I got the ball.
I'm trying to
talk machine. I
finish
got the
that
ball.
point. Finish that point I was trying to make about that thing.
What I'm saying is
The new Bobby Brown.
That's my thing right there.
No, Pop's gonna make sure you understand that. I'm gonna drive it home.
But
Bobby Brown is somebody that don't want to do it right. He ain't even part of the team. Me, I'm not doing that.
I've been a good boy.
You're right. Right now, Bobby. Go ahead.
Am I right though?
But yeah, man.
Let me ask y'all a question. Who's dominated the conversation today?
You talk more about Dallas Cowboys.
This is the most I've got to talk since we've had a podcast.
I know.
I
Look,
would say that, so I feel
Travis,
a little better.
Answer rightly.
Brandon,
Travis.
you know what I don't like, man.
Y'all next
I'm gonna
week.
tell you what I don't like. I don't like the when
Today,
no.
he's got it
Today, not overall.
Let me tell
today.
Brandon something. You said something about that look. I
Not
love.
overall. I mean today.
I want to say something, Brandon. You see what I mean? This is what I hate.
See, Dad just took the ball.
No, I have to tell you, Brandon.
Dad.
See, I'll forget it.
Trayvon Diggs.
I'm getting old, man, so I forget real quick, okay? But I
I forget that he had the ball.
But I'm gonna be back here, son. I gotta do because I'm thinking. But I hate the most guys.
Just take it to your side if you're gonna take it. Don't keep it over here. To
That he be teasing you.
The man takes
That-
the ball.
Hey,
I'm gonna
right by
Brandon,
face like this while you talking.
Brandon, Brandon,
I'm gonna forget, y'all. Just let me do
Brandon, this what you missed. This what you missed. I gotta tell him. This what you missed
I
earlier.
got ball.
He'll tease you with the ball, Brandon.
Look, this is what I hate. This ain't gonna take long. This is what I hate. I hate it when non-Cowboy fans start talking about the Cowboys like they know, like they care.
What in the
I hate
world?
that. No, you heard what I said. There are Cowboy people that don't even like Cowboys. They just say what's on their mind. They don't even care if it's real or not. This is what most people do. They don't like Cowboys. They just say stuff because they hate them. This is what this guy down yonder did.
All right, I got the ball now. So
Hey man, Brandon, I had to get that off, man. I'm okay.
And I get a chance to rebut
I'm not
that.
talking to you.
I'm okay now, y'all. I had to do that. I had to get that off. I know. He said, "Who?"
Look at Ron's face.
When y'all be quiet, I'll talk, man.
Okay, go ahead. Ron, I had to do that, man. I had
This
to do
man
it.
still talking.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my Lord. Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been saying in my head. the
Oh,
whole time.
let me throw the. Hey, Pop,
Can I say something?
can I say something, Pop, real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pop, I want you to know when we was talking the other night when you had mentioned me doing the Philly who was Philly playing that Kansas City game Monday night.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't saying that you was happy that Jalen's knee was sore or
I know,
whatever.
I know you
I wanted
I
to make
know.
that clear that night.
I know you
I know
wasn't.
you
I
wasn't
know.
trying to say that.
I know we'll just go. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because Dad was rooting for that man to get hurt.
No, don't do that. Don't do
No,
that.
I'm doing that.
Trav, what was y'all
I'm
fussing
wait a
about?
minute.
You gotta
Trav,
tell me
look,
about that. What was y'all fussing about that night?
Listen, guys. Now, I ain't liking that.
Dad was rooting
What
for
I
that
teach
man
my
to get hurt.
boys, man. I teach
Patrick, am I lying?
No, you lying, man. I never teach.
No, we talking about opinions
No,
and facts now.
I didn't.
Am
I
I
didn't
lying?
root for him to get hurt.
Patrick, what was y'all arguing about that night?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't never want nobody to get hurt. in
Listen to
football.
Patrick.
That's lying.
I ain't got to say nothing. Listen to Patrick.
That's lying. That's lying. When I said the guy had a bad knee, I was right. He said, "Oh, you want him to get hurt?" I said, "No." But everybody talking about his knee. You said, "Well, you want him to get hurt?" I said, "No, I'm not losing control. I'm not gonna let you lie on me, Trav. I'm not gonna let you lie on me. No, don't do that.
Okay, now speak on it, Pat.
I ain't wish no bad luck on nobody. I didn't do that.
Speak on it, Pat.
Pops did not specifically come out and say,
If I didn't say it, then I didn't say
I
it.
wish Jalen Hurts' knees would be
But he
bad or
implied
go
it.
bad.
Guys, he say I didn't come out and say it, but what you
But
gonna say now?
he kept
No, you're not doing that on me, man. No, I'm not standing for
he
that.
kept talking
No,
about it.
I don't want nobody to get hurt. No, don't lie on me in front of
Go
me.
ahead.
I'm
not
sitting
lying
right here,
on you.
guys.
I'm not lying on you.
I didn't wish that guy no bad luck.
I didn't say you did.
But don't imply that.
I'm not.
Go ahead.
No,
Right.
you're not doing
I'm
that.
gonna move
No.
on. I'm moving.
Yeah, let's
So,
move on. Guys, I ain't never
So
wished
that told you the
nobody.
answer right there, Brandon. That told you the answer.
Look, I ain't never wished nobody to
but
get hurt.
No, you never wish
Y'all
nobody
wrong
get
for
hurt.
that.
Nah,
He didn't
see, Pops, we don't believe you.
No,
We
that's wrong.
don't believe that you
This
were
thing
wishing
ain't
that,
even fun
but
out
we
there.
do
That
want to
ain't
hear
even
what he was
fun.
gonna say though.
No, he was gonna try to imply that I was wishing him to get hurt and I didn't.
Now,
No, that ain't cool, man.
Okay.
I will say this.
I don't like that, man. I don't like that.
Pops made a statement that I feel like, and this is opinion.
I don't like that. Say your opinion. Then. Don't say I said it.
No, I'm talking about.
We're not gonna hold you to this, Pops. We're not.
No.
Yeah, no.
I know y'all want to think I did that, but I didn't.
No, we
you
know
didn't.
we know you did. We know you ain't like that. You're not like
We know
that.
you're not like that,
You
Pops.
shouldn't apply that, dude. You shouldn't.
I'm not.
Y'all can say what y'all want. I know what he told me and Patrick.
I didn't tell you I wanted him to get
I'm
hurt.
keeping it real. He can get mad all he want. I'm keeping it real.
You know
That's
what?
what it is.
I'm not going to even try to. I'm not going to. I know I didn't do that.
Can I
Sure you did, Pops.
go back to another statement that Pops made
That's
before
messed
then
up.
about
That
being
is messed
fans?
up.
I know it's messed up wishing a guy get hurt too. That's messed up.
Pops,
I agree.
can I go back to another? All right, we are all fans, and as fans, whether we're analysts, podcast persons,
I ain't gonna wish nobody get hurt.
podcast,
don't do that.
what do you call it? Personnel, or what's the word they use? Anyway, or we're commentators, or we're just fans. At the end of the day, as fans, all we're doing is observing. We're just watching the team.
Giving our opinions.
We're giving our opinions. Now,
Sometimes facts.
sometimes they're facts. However, we're still giving our opinions. And then we root for teams. Some of us, whether we want to admit it or not, we watch other games and maybe we like, man, kind of want, for whatever reason, it could be a selfish
That
reason.
ain't me. No.
Hold on for a second.
I ain't going for that. No.
Pops,
I'm not doing that.
I got the ball. Some of us see other games, and if one team would win that game to help our team,
Speak for yourself.
then deep down inside, we like, I hope a certain team wins because it's gonna help our team. If we're honest with ourselves,
we want our team to
I'm
win.
speaking for myself. I'm honest with myself.
But I'm
honest with myself.
I ain't never wished
So
nobody to be hurt.
whatever-
Never. Not never.
We're not talking. We moved on from that, Pops. We're not talking about that no more,
That's what you're implying. I know you.
Pops. I'm
Go
not
ahead,
implying
go
that.
Go ahead.
You made the comment that what you don't like is that people who aren't Cowboys fans say stuff about the Cowboys. They just be saying stuff. Guess what?
Yeah.
We're all fans
Oh,
of football in general,
Exactly.
and we all observe teams. So what makes a Dallas Cowboy fan more of an expert on the Dallas Cowboys as a fan and a spectator than any other person who's a fan of another team?
that's easy.
Because at the end, because at the end of the day, you're not in the locker room with them as a Cowboys fan.
None of us.
You're not traveling on the airplanes and on the buses with them as a Cowboys fan.
None of us do.
You're not in the locker rooms after the game interviewing them
I don't know
as a
who it is.
Cowboys fan. You're not in close practices with them or in interview or in watching tape and film with them. You are a fan just like the rest. As a Cowboys fan, you are a fan just like the rest of them.
Where you going with this?
I can't sit here and say I'm more of an expert on the Steelers than you, Pops, because
Can I
I'm a
tell you
Steelers-
why I
Hold
say
on for a
it?
second. Let me finish. You have very poor etiquette tonight, Pops.
Oh,
All right. So
now
with that
name
being,
calling.
I didn't call your name. What I'm saying is,
I'm talking what he's supplying. That's what I'm saying. I know what he's saying. Look who's talking of all the people.
so with that being said, Pops, it's unfair. It's unfair.
Who said that?
You're looking bad.
Run. Look who just said that.
It's unfair for you, Pops. You may be in error in saying that just because whether it's me, Brandon, Travis, Ron, whoever,
That was my opinion.
don't have as much of a valid point about the Cowboys in any aspect as you do, just because you're a Cowboys fan and we're not. I think that's an errant statement, because at the end of the day, we're all fans.
Can I say something real quick?
And
You
so-
can keep the ball. I just want to say
But see, he
something.
wants to keep saying stuff.
No,
about
and so and then the other thing that you say that there's certain things you're tired of.
He
Well,
loves
guess what?
Cowboys.
There's
He loves Cowboys.
there's another thing that I'm tired of. I'm tired of every time that somebody has a difference of opinion about the Cowboys, their success or lack thereof,
It's hate.
their status, their accomplishments or lack
It's
thereof.
always hate.
It's always hate. Guess what? You can't keep throwing the hate word around, saying somebody hates a team just because they have a difference of opinion, or just because some of it is fact that we can't overlook. All right?
Can
What's
I
going
say
on,
Because-
Dennis?
Are you asking me?
What's going on, Dennis?
No, I'm not asking. And
Dennis,
so,
you
and it's just like that's just like I have in that case, I could say that anytime we're talking about other quarterbacks, other skill position players, you always have a knock on Jalen Hurts in some kind of way. Work that into the conversation
Always
about
have
how
a
bad
knock?
the Eagles are doing.
Yes, Dad.
So with
That's
that
what he
being said,
you heard what he said.
it's not fair to say
You ain't got the ball, but you can talk.
that the
You
Dallas
talking?
that a fan of
not
another
telling you what you
that a fan of another team can't know just as much about Dallas Cowboys as a Dallas Cowboys fan. That may be an inaccurate statement. Now I'm leaving the floor to discussion as I've opened this bag of worms.
You know, Ryan.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's crazy how we're told one thing, but it's okay for Dallas fans to do the opposite. I just find that's crazy. We're hating, but by him or Dallas fans talking about another team, is that not hate too?
Yeah.
And according to that logic, he
Okay,
should.
Pastor, we got the ball over here now.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Because you'll keep going all night about Dallas if we let you.
all night long.
Yeah, all night.
All night.
Because you hate him, so he just can't stop. All I'm saying is this: the reason I said I don't like it when people that not Dallas talk about Dallas like they know. I was taught, and I'm sure you guys was when y'all was brought up. If you study something, you should know a little bit about it. Now you can say what you want to say, but that's a fact. If you study about something, or concentrate, or focus on something, you'll know a little bit more about it. A person that don't, they not gonna know as much. Now, I know I'm making sense. That's why I say, when I said a while ago, I said I don't like it when a person that ain't a Dallas Cowboy fan start talking like they know and they ain't even studied them. You ain't even taking time to look at them. You just seen what they did. But a person that studied them, watch them, listen to them, and just follow them, that person gonna know more than you because they studied them. Now I know you say, well, there ain't no way you can look at a person that studies something and you ain't studying, you know more than them. I don't believe it.
And it's
Not in this world.
I know a lot about Dallas though.
And it's
Oh, I know you do because we all came up together.
that's
I know who
I
y'all
know
special
about
team
Dallas.
I
coach
know you
is
do. I know.
because he
Exactly
came
what I
from
was-
us.
that's what I was finna say, this is exactly what I'm finna say, Brandon.
You're right, Brandon. You're right. Read this. Go on, man.
Go ahead, Trav.
And this is exactly what I was finna say, Brandon. Don't get it twisted. I want everybody to hear this, please. Because I'm a Falcon fan, don't mean I don't know more about most of everybody's team in the league. Because we're football fans
That's what
at
we
the end
do.
of
We
the
study
day.
them. Yeah, we study
And most of us in here know a lot about each other's team,
That's
not just
exactly
our
right.
main team.
That's exactly.
I just
right.
want people to understand that.
Yeah.
I just don't get enough time to talk about my team. Obviously, you see what I'm dealing with.
You got
It's
much
like
to talk
Yeah.
Godzilla versus the rest of the
You
monsters,
ain't got
and I'm
much to
caught
talk
in
about.
between.
It ain't me tonight though.
You ain't got
What do
much
you
to talk about. That's right.
I ain't
Now,
got much to talk about because you talking for everybody.
and I will say
Enough
this:
for everybody.
it's almost a slight.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. All right. Now I got the ball.
There
Pops.
you go.
Pops.
Yeah.
Now. Pops, it's almost condescending, Pops.
It's
And
not.
It's
It's
almost.
That's what
it's,
he does.
it's all in place for me.
Come on, condescending. Then we say something.
You want the ball? You want the ball?
Yeah, I want the ball.
Go ahead and
You're
take it.
not gonna give it to
No.
me.
Go
You
ahead.
still
Go
gonna
ahead.
talk,
No.
don't
No,
Go.
get out yourself.
See, that's what else.
Go ahead.
I don't
Go
care
ahead.
what you're saying now.
I got
He's
one
mad.
thing to
He's
say.
mad.
I'm not mad. I'm
Yeah,
just
you
saying.
is. He's mad.
I got one
Ain't gonna do
thing to
He's
say
mad,
though.
guys. He's mad.
I'm gonna try again. It's condescending, Pops, and it's a slight to everybody on this panel
Don't do that.
and everybody here.
What's that?
Yeah, I got it. Now look, it's a slight, Pops, to everybody here. It's condescending for you to sit there and say that Brandon don't study, he don't know football.
No. I told
Whoa.
Brandon you did.
I am talking.
No, you're not gonna do
I've
that.
got the football.
Brandon, what did I say? I said I
I've
know
got
Brandon.
the football, Pops.
No, I didn't say that.
You
no,
got
man.
You have a chance to
Don't
rebut in
lie.
a second.
Don't lie.
I'm not lying,
Ask Brandon, did I say that?
Pops.
That's
You'll get a
lying.
chance to rebut in just a second.
Don't lie, dude.
You use the word, and I quote, study. That's the word that you use. If I'm a fan of a team, I study that team. Y'all don't study the team like I do because I'm a fan of this team. Unquote. That's what you said.
No,
So
I said,
no, hold on for a second, Pops. If you say something, you got to be ready to stand on it. Like
I'm ready to stand on.
hold
Let
on
me
for a
talk.
second.
man.
Hold
Let
on
me
for a
talk.
second.
Let me talk.
After the ball,
You're not gonna turn this stuff around.
like
I told Brandon,
the young
he know
folks,
because
like
he
the
knows
young
football.
folks say these days, if you're gonna say something
You can rebut
after you finish, look,
Don't lie about things. Man.
If-
Don't lie.
He didn't
I'm
lie.
not
I just
lying.
heard you say that.
As a young
Everybody
folk-
I didn't tell Brandon
Pops,
he didn't know.
as the young folks say,
Because you say y'all like in secret. You
Pops.
said y'all.
as the young folks say these days, you gotta be willing to stand on business.
Like the old folks say.
So with that
I
being
said what I said. I
being
meant
said, you said in that case, if you meant what you
Okay,
said, you
so
said
you throwing shade at us then.
you
No,
said that y'all don't
You said I
don't
meant that.
If you don't
if you're a
study,
fan of the team, you're a Cowboys fan.
You said y'all.
I study the
Who's
team.
y'all?
Y'all don't study the team like I do, and so therefore,
that ain't what I said like that. I didn't say me at all. I said those that don't study. I didn't say
so
don't
with
study like I
that, with
do.
that being
That
said,
ain't what I said, Patrick.
what you said is those are not a fan of that team. They don't study
Now,
that
Ron,
team.
y'all know that ain't where I said that.
That's the way you said it, Pops. And this is one of those situations where it's a factual thing. We can go back on the podcast and look at it. You
We all
said
gonna
it.
do it. We all gonna do it.
With that being said, it's almost like a slight to everybody to say
Don't
that
do
our
it.
points ain't valid, that we don't know enough about the Dallas Cowboys to have a valid point. And not only that, but every time that we've got into a discussion or debate with you or whoever about Dallas Cowboys, not one lie has been told from any one of us.
Oh yeah.
Neither one of us has any time told a lie.
Well, Patrick,
Or
what's
said-
your point?
The point is,
But he'd call us liars.
Yeah.
the point is you were wrong about what you said, Pops. I love you though.
About what?
What you
I'll
just
be bothered. I'll be bothered.
that we don't know as much about Dallas as you do.
Okay, guys. I didn't say y'all did. I said what I don't like, Brandon. What I said I don't like those people. Now this is why I said it. Now Brandon tell you and Ron with you. I said those people that don't look and don't study think they know more and they don't pay attention. That's what I said. I didn't say me or y'all.
Who are those people?
There are a lot of people we meet.
Is
They
it
just don't care about the
is it
Cowboys.
any one of us?
Patrick, let me finish. You're not pulling down that rabbit hole. You let me say what I got to say. That's it.
All right.
See, guys, I know my son. What I said a little while ago, I said, Brandon, what I don't like is those people that don't study. It's my exact words. That don't study. I didn't say nothing about people that don't study like I do. Never said that. I know better to do that. I said people that don't study, people that don't pay attention, and people that don't watch them. I said, I hate those people that do that and don't know nothing about it. Any person that studies something gonna know more than the person that don't study. That's exactly what I said. See, I'm a grown old man. I know what I said. And he want to make me sound like I said, y'all don't know Cowboys like I do. I ain't never said that. I would never say that. Because I told Brandon a while ago, you do know ball because we all came up together. Did I not say that, Brandon?
You said it.
So you said I told you
I see
this.
what
That
you
was a
saying,
lie.
Paul.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
You saying like, for example, like it could be like a Philly fan that don't really watch, but just knows that he don't like Dallas and he's a Philly fan, but talks mad junk about
That's
Dallas
all I'm saying. Thank you,
with
brother.
no context. With no
That's all I'm
context.
saying. Yeah, that's all I was saying. See, I'm done now. I ain't got to say nothing else. They understood exactly what I was saying, but what you saying was nothing what your papa was saying.
All right, you guys got anything else to say on this before we get to the picks?
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that putting it straight, man.
take that as a note.
I got
Yeah,
something
yeah.
to say on it.
Oh, okay.
Pops, you
Listen.
implied it by what you said in the story. You implied it.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
No,
This
because
Guys, I'm gonna leave it. It's
no,
all right. It's all right.
no.
man.
Hey, hey, it's all right. Let him have it.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get to these picks, guys.
I'm gonna let him have it, y'all.
Anything else on anything else?
No, so let's get to the picks,
All right.
guys.
All right, guys. So we have 4 games already. Thanksgiving weekend. I love you, Pops.
Love ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. This is business.
Oh my goodness. What's love got
Yeah.
to do?
This is business.
got
You know
to
what I'm talking
do
about.
with it?
You just got busted, Patrick, on live.
Ever do that again.
I was in tune. I was.
All right. Now, anyway, get to these picks.
The first
Yeah, go ahead.
okay. The first game was the Packers at the Lions, and something told me to pick the Packers, and I should have. I think the Packers are making a resurgence. I think they are working out some kinks. Not saying they're gonna go win a Super Bowl, but they may finish. They'll probably finish with a 500 or better season. They should. And they've got a good foundation to build on with Jordan Love. Is this his first year or second year?
No, he's been in the league like 4 years.
No. What I mean is
As a
like
starter.
as a
Yeah,
starter.
starting. Yeah, first. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So this first year as a starter, I think that's a pretty good foundation to build on. He's had some challenges. He's overcoming some of them.
Yeah, he's gonna be all right.
So he's gonna be all right. The Lions are the Lions. The Lions are a legit team. Like I said,
They had some bad breaks.
they just got some bad breaks the last
Very
couple
bad
games.
breaks.
So we lost that pick, all of us, because we picked the Lions. But then we won the next 3 picks. It was the Redskins, the Cowboys. The Cowboys, as expected, annihilated the Redskins. The Redskins have the worst defense in the NFL, by the way. And
Worse than
and
the Chargers.
Yeah, yeah.
yes, they got the worst defense.
Hey.
Not only that, but they may have the worst.
Charges is worse.
Nope, they worse than
No,
the
they're the worst defense in the league.
I really did.
Nah, they the worst,
It's a
bro.
statistical.
All right, okay.
It's statistical fact. And
Okay.
not only that,
Yeah, they worse than the league.
but they may have the worst, if not one of the worst.
That's why Jack Del Rio got fired.
Yeah.
After the game.
No, he got
And-
5 bucks.
and they have
He was gonna get fired anyway, but he got that helped.
yeah, and they
Cowboys helped.
yeah,
That's what I
and
said, they helped.
and they have the worst, if not one of the worst offensive lines because my man, what do you call him?
Baker Mayfield
Baker
2.0.
2.0.
Sam Howell.
Sam Howell has been sacked almost 50 times already
The
this
most-
season.
No. He been sacked 47 times.
The
I
most-
said
most in the
almost
league.
50. It's
Say the number,
47 is almost 50, is it
Well,
not?
no, it's
Man,
not.
he's saying the same thing. If he said all,
I mean, I know the number, so that's why I just said the number.
Okay.
And
All
it's
right.
important.
So the point I'm saying is if you've been sacked 47 times by week 12, you probably got the worst offensive line in the league. That's all I'm
yeah,
saying.
he's been sacked the most of any quarterback. in the league.
So with that being said, that was like a field day for Micah Parsons and all the guys on the defensive side.
Okay,
of
next
Dallas.
game. 49ers
Next game.
at Seattle. We all picked 49ers.
We all picked 49ers. 49ers won. And the next game after that,
Miami at
at
the
the Jets, and Miami won.
So starting the games for tomorrow.
Yep.
Bucks at the Colts. Pap, what you got?
This is a tough choice, man. The Colts are ahead with a winning record by 1 game over the Bucks. So they're about neck and neck in terms of, I'm not gonna say they're flops this year, but they're not as good as what was expected for either team. So I got to go with the home team on this one and go with the Colts.
I'm going Bucks on this one. It hurts me to say it, but they should be able to beat the Colts. You would think. With Mike Evans, you would think. But I'm going Bucks. Who you got, Pop?
I'm going to Colts because the Colts got a better defense.
All right.
Colts, okay.
Pops is a lone wolf on this one, so let's hit it one time.
Next game. Panthers at the Titans. Pap, what you got?
I got the Titans. The Titans should be able to win this game. Derrick Henry should be able to run on the Panthers, I would think.
Yeah, I got the Titans too.
I got the
Titans, don't let me down in this game.
I got
on,
Titans.
now. Don't let me down, baby.
Panthers pretty much too.
They didn't pack it in.
Y'all think Bryce Young bust? Or just wrong place, wrong
I
time?
just think he's a product of a terrible team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A terrible head coach.
That's why I say terrible
Yeah,
coaching
terrible
and
organization.
terrible offensive
Yeah.
line.
They just got they got to turn the organization around.
They need to fix that offensive line in the offseason and draft. They need to concentrate on nothing but that.
I think
Protect your investment. That's what they need to do.
When they had a prime Cam Newton, and Cam Newton, when he was prime and peak, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the league at the time. They could have done a lot more than that. They got him to a Super Bowl, but they should have had a couple, at least a few more good years.
Yeah, but it's a different team now. But what I'm saying is, it's the offensive line, the coaching, and he's young, man. Like I say, he's got to learn, and he's just having a hard year this year. But I don't think he's a bust by no means. How he's gonna be a bust when he's actually got pretty good weapons to succeed there. It's just it's the offensive line and the coaching, man. To me,
Well,
you fix the offensive
we hope he's
line,
not a bust.
get better coaching. No, I don't think he's a bust.
I don't
I
either, but I
would
don't know.
say,
You know, Carolina is pretty bad as far as offensively, like on the offensive line.
Yeah, I don't think
it's
he's
bad.
I
They're not
would say I would tell you in 3 years.
But I
If
like
I tell it 7,
I like what
years,
Carolina got weapons on defense, and I like the receivers they got. It's just
they still got a decent team around them.
it's the offensive line and the coaching. That's what I see.
Me, I cannot give you that yet to 3 years. That when I judge a quarterback. After
When his contract
3
is
years,
up, 5 years, then if he ain't did none of that, then you get caught him man a bust. I'm not.
3 years is enough to know.
I think it needs more than that because you got to build a team.
No, I'm just talking about 3 years.
All
You'll
that
know
stuff.
what you got in 3 years. You'll know.
you will know what you got as a
you know what you
quarterback.
Not if you don't fix that offensive line, you won't.
I need, but the quarterback himself, the way he managed and everything.
That comes with the team,
3 years, you'll know. No,
and you know what I mean, the owner and stuff. They got to.
you'll know in 3 years if you want to keep.
I would say shout out to Dennis Holmes. What's going on, Dennis? Dennis is in the building.
What's up,
We
Dennis?
already did that.
Oh, well, I missed it.
You behind, bro.
And then this last comment that Kevin Kraft said about our little back and forth earlier. He said that no, he didn't call you a liar. He called you a lawyer.
Just kidding.
Then he said he was just kidding.
All right.
I like that lie.
Just to lighten the mood a little bit.
All right, back to the picks, guys. Stay focused.
Good.
Jags at the Texans. What you got?
You got the Jaguars.
I got the Texans in this for sure.
I got Jaguars.
Cool. All right, next game. Steelers.
You see more
Why-
Texas.
so who you got, Ron?
That hard. That's
It's a
a
hard
hard
game.
one right there. Because both of the team playing good football.
But the Jaguars
they
ain't
are.
playing, y'all.
I
Those
think-
Jaguars ain't playing. I'm
I
telling
think
you.
Stroud on a whole nother level right now.
I think
Wow.
the Jaguars are a better team, though.
They Stroud doing his thing. We have not seen nobody doing this since who? Manel?
Since Dak Prescott and what's the name? Still quarterback that's retired.
Big
What's his
Ben.
name? When he was rookie, he done that.
Big Ben.
Big
Big
Ben.
Ben, yeah.
Yeah.
Big Ben, Dak Prescott, when they was rookies, they were doing all that, man.
That's what it
No,
reminds
and
me
like-
of when
Huh?
Big Ben took over and they went
Right.
to the playoffs
He
as
did
him as
it.
a rookie.
So that's what Dak did.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
Stroud and them I think they win their division and they get in the playoffs with 10
But
wins.
Stroud is on pace to have more yards than both of them
Right.
by the end of the season.
Right now, he's not.
But matter of fact, right now he's got more yards than both of them through the first 12 games. Yes, he does.
No, he's not. Okay.
Okay, guys, we gotta get through these picks.
Let's go to the pick. I'll show you something, Miss Patrick. Okay.
All right,
After this,
next game, Steelers at the Bengals.
I'll show you the numbers after this. Go ahead.
It's hard to move on. But
It
I'm
ain't
gonna
hard
do
to
it.
move
I'm
on.
gonna do it.
You ain't looking at the numbers.
Steelers at Bengals. I'm going Steelers. I think get rid of Matt Canada. I think it might be a little some refreshment for the offense because we should have won that game last week. 3 points against the number one defense. You know, we were able to score 10 points, and then we were able to hold them to 13. So I think we'll beat the Bengals, especially without a Joe Burrow and them struggling a little bit too. We should beat the Bengals.
All right, I'm going Steelers. Who you got, Pop?
God hurt. I had the Bengals, but I was thinking about Burrow still playing.
You want to change it? You got a chance to change it now?
Yeah, I'm gonna change it. But no, I'm not gonna even change it. My mind said this leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Who you got, Ron?
I got Steelers.
Steelers. Okay.
I can't believe I
But
saying
I didn't know Burrow had kicked it.
Can't believe what
All
now?
right.
nothing.
That we fired Matt Canada. Oh, he's gonna say something. Never mind.
All right. Next game.
Do I don't even want to know? Do I?
Next game. Greatest rivalry in the league and game of the week. Falcons
Neither one.
at the Saints. Now we probably got the greatest rivalry for real.
No, better than the Steelers and the Ravens.
Reason I said
Better than
that-
the Eagles
listen,
and the
hear-
Cowboys?
Hear me out.
I don't think so,
The
dude.
reason I said that because we lead all time 55-54. We only beat them by 1. So that is a great rivalry.
Just because y'all even neck, don't mean it's a
No,
great
I'm saying,
rivalry.
but that makes it. Everybody know Falcons and Saints is a great rivalry, bro.
I didn't say it wasn't a great
I'm
rivalry.
saying, but just by how close it is,
The
that
Well, we
greatest-
know it's a
greatest
rivalry, though.
rivalry.
Yeah, we know.
But it's the greatest rivalry.
Uh,
It's
You
that,
think it's better than the Eagles and Cowboys?
and then it's
I don't think.
well,
so.
actually, I think the Cowboys and Giants is a better rivalry.
Oh no, it's Eagles. Always the Eagles, man. We
Anyway.
sleep Giants every year. You know that,
So
right?
let me ask y'all a legitimate question. Y'all think that's a better rivalry than the Steelers and the Ravens?
Eagles and the
That's a
Cowboys.
great rival too.
Think about this.
Eagles and the Cowboys.
Ryan, what do you think? Which one's greater?
uh,
He know he about to say the Steelers and the Ravens. He know it.
No, it's the Eagles
Hey,
and the Cowboys.
he don't want to, but he got to. Nah,
I don't want to say that, man.
let him answer. Let him answer.
You didn't let him answer. You swam his answer by saying
You don't
that.
live. It's the Eagles
You
and
don't realize
Cowboys.
you be
Everybody
doing
know that.
You don't realize you be doing that, do you?
Go ahead, Ryan. What's
You
the
don't even
answer?
realize you be doing that.
It's from the Eagles and Cowboys. I'm trying to tell you what they said here.
Go ahead,
y'all
Ryan.
took the next question.
He said next question. All right, next pick.
question.
Next pick.
hungry.
Okay, boy. We're
Well,
about to eat in just a second.
who did you take in that? Pep?
Yeah, never did say.
Saints at the Falcons.
Oh, Falcons.
I got the Falcons. Must win game for us, and I think we will do it at home. Coming off the bye week, something's got to give on this
Yeah.
one.
If it was a road game for y'all, I might would pick the Saints. But
I'm going to Saints. Falcons right now still got something going on. I don't know what it is. They ain't quite got that thing together. I'm going to Saints.
Fair enough. All right, next game, Pats at the Giants.
I got the Giants. The Patriots are kind of up and down. I think Belichick is on the downward slope now in terms of coaching and having that thing about him where he wins games with his mind. Excuse me. I think the Giants win at home.
I like the Giants, and it's also Saquon Barkley. He's gonna carry that team like he's been doing. He's gonna do his part, and I think that's gonna be enough to beat the Patriots alone.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Patriots because they got the better head coach. I mean, they got the better head coach, and the defense for the Patriots a lot better than those Giants. Y'all gonna find that out. So Belichick will figure that out. He'll outplay him.
Well, the Giants really don't play bad defense; it's just their offense struggle.
Patriots play better.
It-
You guys, you'll see.
Next game, Rams at the Cards.
I got the Rams. The
I
Cardinals.
got the Cardinals.
You got the Cardinals. I think
I got the
the Cardinals, of course, they got Tyler Murray back, but
Mhm.
I saw I'm not saying they got exposed last week, but if you contain him, keep a pass rush and play good defense on the back end, you can manage against him. So, and I think the Rams got a good enough defense with Ramsey and all those guys to get it done.
I think the Cardinals got a really good team that nobody talking about them.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, for sure. Now that Murray's back, that puts them right back.
Right.
I'm going Cards in this.
I'm going to
It's
Cards
hard
too.
to
Yeah, I'm going to Cardinals.
get to him, and you got to tackle the runner. What the running back
This
name?
is a hard one though, Brandon. If you watch
It is.
This is a hard
It
one.
is a hard
But
one.
I had to pick one, and I'm just going with Kyler because I just seen how he's been playing since
Well,
he's been back.
Right.
Just
And
second.
I like
Just
the Cardinals
Almost
defense.
Brandon broke that down to me about
Wrong.
the Rams. Right now they're moving stuff around. They're adjusting again. So I understood what he was saying. They good, but they moving stuff around right now.
All right, next game, Browns at the Broncos.
This time next year,
What was that?
I got the Browns.
Can't hit me. I got the Browns in this one. Number one defense in the league. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, Russell started to look like Russell Wilson, and they may end up finishing above 500. However, it's still the Browns, and I think the Browns they got some momentum now. They'll come in and beat the Broncos. I think it'll be a closer game than what people think, though.
I got the
That-
Browns also. Like I said, number one defense. They playing lights out, but the Broncos have stepped it up. Broncos have stepped the game up, so this could be an upset right here. 'Cause I think
And the
both of them
backup
Browns.
quarterback.
But I'm
doing
going with the
just
Browns, though.
enough.
I'm going with the Broncos at number one defense. Cause y'all the
Yeah,
Browns.
what's his name? Joseph Thompson.
Yeah,
something
Browns
like
is-
that.
Brown looking for
Yeah.
real, man. I gotta go with them.
But next game, Chiefs at the Raiders.
I
I
got the
got
Chiefs.
Chiefs all that.
I got the Chiefs too.
I got the Chiefs.
I think that goes
Watch
That's
out for
not
them
a-
Raiders though.
That's not a brain. No, I don't think.
No, don't get me wrong. The Raiders been playing some good football lately, but the Chiefs,
Yeah,
they
it's the
you-
Chiefs.
right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And then
Right.
that new coach is turning things around for the Raiders.
Right.
Antonio
But,
Pierce, former linebacker from the Giants.
Yeah.
but
Got
it's
boys
the
playing right.
Chiefs. I think
Right,
the
for sure.
Chiefs gonna have a big game this week. That's what I think.
I
Yeah.
think so
Because
too.
they mad right now. What
They-
happened to them?
Right.
Next game,
They mad.
Mm-hmm.
Bills at the Eagles.
They got beat.
Yeah, I said he mad about that.
Bills at the Eagles.
Bills at the Eagles.
I got the Eagles.
I got
Ooh.
the Eagles also.
I got the Eagles. I did have the Bills.
Don't do it, Ron.
Chance to
don't
change
do
it
it.
down if you want.
I got the Eagles. Fuck it.
Because that quarterback for the Bills.
And they're home too. The Eagles are home.
Yeah,
That
I
quarterback
got
for the Bills is hurt, man. He
I got
playing,
the
but he's hurt.
Eagles.
All right, next game. Ravens at the Chargers.
Pops, you sure you don't want to change your pick on that
Who?
one? On the Bills Eagles?
No,
Who,
Bills
Travis?
quarterback is hurt, man. He playing
Ravens,
hurt.
Ravens at the Chargers.
All right, I got the Ravens.
I don't trust the Chargers.
Nah.
Give me Baltimore.
Yeah, I got Ravens also.
I got Ravens too. Yeah.
Okay, and last game, Bears at the Vikings.
This was hard.
This is a hard one. too.
No, give me the Vikings.
You know what? I was gonna pick the Bears, but I think I'm going Vikings on this one
Give me the Vikings.
at home. I think I'm going Vikings. Don't you see that?
Look, Kevin, I'm going for y'all this week now.
Who you
Kevin,
got, Trap?
They do it to me every time I pick them. I'm going Vikings.
I'm going for y'all this
I'm
week.
going for the
Kevin.
Vikings because this was hard here.
Justin Fields is still out, so
But Bills, I mean,
Fields is back.
but the Bears ain't. I don't know.
yeah, but
Fields is back. He came back last week, right? Justin Fields came back last week.
Yes. No, give me
the Vikings still got a middle of the pack defense. I got to go Vikings at home.
I'm going with Vikings.
We don't play no more than Thursday.
And guys, this concludes our picks. Until the next time. Anything else you want to say, Ron, before you leave? And we appreciate you coming on here, brother.
I would like to say good show, y'all.
Appreciate that, brother.
And
Thank you, brother.
everybody
Appreciate
in the comments, like, share the show, and tell your family and friends about Pops and the Henry brothers.
100%.
Appreciate that, brother.
Hit that button.
Pops, anything else you want to say before we end this out?
No, I agree with what he just said. But go ahead and hit that button, though. We need to get y'all. We need to get people to go ahead and hit that
That's right.
so we can post some more in front of everybody else.
That's right. All right. We appreciate you tuning in, Ron.
Guys, until next time, we out.
Peace out. And then we're going to get some exit music. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Pops and Henry Brothers.
Oh, and go subscribe to
That's what I was
Pops
saying.
the Henry Brothers 1997, our YouTube channel. Go subscribe to that if
Yeah.
you haven't subscribed already. And I'm
And-
also put it down in the chat.
If somebody
Yeah.
would hit that and subscribe.
You want to say something, Ron?
And me and Dennis Holmes and Sharon and Zara, we got a show called Talk Your Ish. Come on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock.
Holler at Dennis for me, man.
That's
Okay.
what's up. That's what's up.
Make sure you holler at Dennis for me.
Big shout out to y'all. Kevin threw up one more comment. He said Chicago is lucky Kirk Cousins is out with the torn Achilles.
I'll probably be watching y'all guys, man.
Because Kirk is undefeated at 2-0 versus Chicago on Monday Night Football. That's how bad they are. He beats no one but them on Mondays.
What is wrong with you, man?
Wow.
Kevin, man, he's kind of like
Kevin, man.
he's complimenting his boy and then throwing off on him.
I don't understand it.
Stop
You-
fire.
Yeah.
You give people love and then you just.
Kevin be like, I like you, but TKO. You know?
I know.
Mike
Yes,
Tyson
I'm saying
is
that's how bad
tough.
Chicago is on Monday night.
Cam, you hold everything down, brother. We'll see you next week, man.
Kevin, good talking to you, brother, always. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thanks to everybody. Terry, Jeff,
What's up, Jeff?
Daryl, everybody in the comments, Miss Beatty.
Holler at me, Jeff, man. Call me, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
everybody
you, man.
that tuned in. Dennis, just trying to give a shout out to everybody that tuned in. We appreciate y'all. Until next time, peace. peace in the Middle East.